go again, my little militiamen, and welcome to the first ever Mordian Glory Horus Heresy Battle Report, baby! That's right, we are travelling back in time 10,000 years to a time when Salty Simon had hair and...
Oh, that's gold.
We are going to be playing some Horus Heresy. I am very excited for this. I have had my eye on Horus Heresy for many a year, but I've never quite had the time to get into it. But now that we're getting towards the end of 10th edition, it's the perfect time to...
It's setting in.
Yeah, exactly. It's the perfect time to try new things.
New experiences.
New experiences, you know. And explode, potentially. And joining me for this heretical Doctor Who style adventure, it is the man, the myth, the legend, Chansey! The reformed member of the MG community, as we always joke. Yeah. I think you were one of the first people to get a warning in the Discord. And then now you're a mod? Goes to show the penal system works.
I was the first person warned who asked to be warned.
You turned yourself in.
Yes! I said, yes, it was me, officer.
It was me. So, Chansey, we are going to play some Heresy today, and you have very kindly volunteered to teach me.
Yes.
Because you've played a little bit of Heresy before.
Played a little bit, yeah. Not as much as I'd like, because there's not enough of us playing Heresy.
So, a little bit of blind leading the blind.
Nothing new there, then.
But yeah, you've very kindly, you've at least played some Heresy before, and so you're going to be able to at least point us in the general direction, and so we're going to be playing a game together, and if we get loads of rules wrong, it doesn't matter. The idea with this game is just to get a bit of a feel for Heresy, because I know there's going to be a lot of people in the MG community who are going to be a bit curious about Heresy.
Yeah.
Because, well, there's a bit of chit and dare we say chat around Guard at the moment.
A little bit of salt.
A little bit of salt, and
it's getting Simon's levels a bit high.
Exactly. We're reaching DEFCON Simon,
yeah.
and or SaltCon Simon, and so I thought, you know what? Let's go for a palate cleanser. But it's all well and good saying, oh, play bolt action, or oh, go and do old world. But they're game systems that require people to go out and buy whole new armies, and that might just not be something someone's interested in, and it might not be something that they want to do or are able to do. So instead I thought, let's go over to Heresy, because there is an army in Heresy called Imperialis Militia, and I'll cover this a bit more in the army overview, which for all intents and purposes, especially from a friendly perspective, not so much from a competitive perspective, but for all intents and purposes,
competitively they're screwed.
Yeah, competitively they're screwed, and there's a bit like issue with like sponsors on tanks and stuff. But casually speaking, you can pretty much translate your 40k Guard army over to 30k without having to buy anything. Russes are Russes, infantry is infantry. You know, you've got various artillery platforms that could be used. You've got heavy weapon teams. You've got Ogrins. You've got a lot of stuff, and their rules are totally and utterly free, available online on Warhammer Community.
Yeah,
and
by Workshop of all people.
By Games Workshop. So the idea with this game today, guys, is to give a bit of an example of if you're a Guard player that wants something a bit different to 40k, but you just want to use your existing collection, check out Heresy and check out Militia. What was that, Chansey?
Please give me people to play with.
Well, hopefully we will get a few, even if it's just temporary converts before 11th edition, we get a few people that come and try it out.
Before the great resalting of the 11th.
Right, exactly. How much more simplified, yet not simple, can they make it?
Well, there's also a theory amongst the Heresy community we might be getting a new edition for Heresy in the next year.
Interesting. And the Militia rules have been around for a while, actually, haven't they? So they were... Yeah. They're likely to be future...
Well, Heresy's also
compatible.
Got this weird beauty that it just kind of continues.
Yeah. I really hope, and we're getting off topic here, so we won't go into it now, but I hope we get at least like Orcs and Eldar for Heresy in the future.
Well,
that would be cool.
There is actually a fan supplement made by the community for those, but I don't know if they've got rules for all the Xenos yet.
Fair. Well, with all of that said, let's now take a look at the two armies that we're battling out today. And so here we have 3,000 points, not 2,000.
Not 2,000.
3,000 points of not Imperial Guard.
His Imperialis Militia.
His Imperialis Militia. Wait, are you loyalist or heretic?
Well, I'm loyalist because I brought Corswain, or did I? Maybe
Oh, okay. So am I the baddies today?
You are the baddies.
Or am I just suspected of being baddies?
Or maybe you're the goodies, and maybe I'm just got lost.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Maybe I'm just a governor whose loyalties are
questionable.
I'm waiting to see which way the wind blows.
Which way the certain pictures arrive.
Exactly. His Imperial Guard. Whose? Well, the governors, of course.
And who is the governors?
Look, it's Lord Mordian.
Yes.
So I've got 3,000 points today of the Mordian first rifles because it's 30k. So we've only had one war. One war. It's this one.
It's the first mustering. I guess we're fighting on Mordia.
Must be, or some. Maybe we've been tithed, or what you wouldn't call it a tithe. We've raised the militia, and then we've been sent somewhere else. Yeah. Exactly. So I am running Imperialis Militia today. I've never run them before, but I thought I would bring a big mixture. The original list I sent to Chansey included 300 infantry and 12 Lehman Russes.
And I cried a little bit.
But I didn't have 12 Lehman Russes, and amazingly, I don't have just 300 infantry with las guns. I have to bring special weapons. So we went for a little bit of a mix today because it's my first game, so I wanted to interact with as many different things as possible. Infantry of different qualities, dedicated transports, different types of tanks and everything. So that's what we've gone for. So in my HQ slots, the Force Org chart. It's a beautiful thing.
It is back.
It's a beautiful thing.
As ever.
So in my Force Org chart, we have a Force Commander. This is Lord Governor Mordian, for the lack of imagination.
For lack of imagination, yeah.
He has got carapace armor. He has got a power maul. He has got a bolt pistol. And because apparently it's quite cheesy, I gave him a Iron Halo and a Cyber Familiar.
Yes,
so he's got a 3-up invulnerable save.
Yeah.
You should never be allowed a 3-up save in any game whatsoever.
And meanwhile, Dark Eldar 40k have a 2-up.
Yeah, but it's only once.
It is
until it pops.
Yeah, until it pops.
Until it pops.
It's still 2-up.
So he will be leading my force, and I've taken it because you need to take the governor to get your provenances, which are your regiment traits.
Yes.
Now, my regiment traits today are Industrial Stronghold, hence why I have so many tanks, because I really feel like you can't. Truthfully, you only get 3 heavy support slots.
Yes.
So I really feel you can't run militia without Industrial Stronghold because you couldn't build up to 3,000 points.
Unless you're running them as like a pure infantry monstrosity.
Even then, I don't think you could because your infantry is so cheap. 4 points a dude. I don't think I could physically get up to 3,000 points that way.
You do get, because how you've run them as individual infantry squads, you can run like 5 of those squads per choice.
There is. Is that inbuilt in their rule?
Yes.
It is, yeah, okay, so it is possible.
So you can have squadrons.
Yeah, so I could have taken big blobs of infantry.
And just buried the board in bodies.
Yeah, okay, interesting. So it's either spamming infantry or spamming tanks.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. But I've gone for
in between.
I've gone for Industrial Stronghold today, which allows me to get squadrons of Lehman Russes and I get more heavy support slots.
Yes.
So we have got 3 squadrons of Lehman Russes. We've got 3 with battle cannon, las cannon, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because they're third line. So these heavy bolters, they just don't work.
Well, in the 30th millennium, they didn't know what a heavy bolter sponson was apparently.
Maybe they did, but these ones don't work. They weren't maintained.
Yeah.
Because the third line, they've just been stuck in the Soviet-style storage
Maybe these were the special 4th line ones.
Yeah, these are the 4th line ones. Yeah. And someone put sponsors on the side and some tactics went, that'll never catch on. Stick them in the back. The storm bolts don't work. The smoke launchers don't work. None of it works. We found some shells and we found some batteries. That's what we've got.
Hopes and dreams for the God Emperor.
That's what we've got. We've also got a squadron of Lehman Russes with exterminator autocannons and las cannons again. The sponsors there, they're not filled in. The third line. And the searchlights, we couldn't find the power supply for them. So the searchlights don't work. I actually quite like because it does feel like some people say, it's not WYSIWYG. I'm like, no, it's totally WYSIWYG because I'm third line. Yeah. So I can take all of this stuff and just say it's not working because they're third line. Yeah, it's definitely cheesing it a little bit.
It's hilarious, but yeah, that's you can do that, yeah.
If I was Solar Auxilia, I'd have to run it properly because they had the best of the best.
To a degree, yeah.
As I'm Imperialis Militia, I can say these are all shitboxes and half the stuff isn't working on them.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, I also took... so that's one heavy support choice. That's one heavy support choice. And this is one heavy support choice. And I've got a proper Vanquisher with a Vanquisher cannon, a coaxial autocannon.
Yep. A coaxial autocannon.
Amazing.
Which looks like a stubber. So, and I proxy them as stubbers in 40k.
Yeah, samesies. And then I've got Lascan on the front, no hunter killer, smoke launcher, searchlights or dozer blades, just none of that stuff's been maintained so it doesn't work. These are all rusted to crap, they don't work.
It's going to fall off and just crank
exactly
when you start driving.
And then the Demolisher Russ, same squadron here, Demolisher Russ with Demolisher cannon, Lascan, no other gubbins on it. There we are. So that's sort of part of my, sort of explains my governor and how I've used part of my first provenance. My other provenance is... I think
Armory of Old Knight.
Armory of Old Knight, that's the one.
I think so.
So Armory. So there's two. There's Legacy of the Great Crusade, and I think that one gives you like las rifles for free.
Yeah,
and
which are basically matchlock las guns.
Yeah. And then this is the one that gives me. It's Armory of Old Knight, and this is the one that gives me rhinos.
And Land Raiders, I believe.
I could take Land Raiders with dedicated transport and then put Guardsmen inside.
Yes.
So I've got 4 rhinos, and they are also third line. I don't get a discount.
We're really scraping the barrel.
I don't get a discount. Yeah, they're not even rhinos. They're literally M113s from Vietnam, which one of them is the Warhammer World one. Yeah, which they've somehow dug out and found and managed to get working. And then inside each one of these, we've got a squad of grenadiers. These are my good troops. And they have got a plasma pistol on the sergeant, a Nuncio Vox, which helps with my scatter, and 2 plasma guns per squad. So that represents my provenances and how I've used them to build my list. As for the rest of my units, it's pretty standard issue for Militia. 2 blocks of 50 levy. These guys are conscripts, basically.
Their job is to die.
Yeah, so the whole lore behind the Militia, and this is kind of what I've tried to build with I've tried to be fluffy with my first army, is that they have got they've got a core of like professional troops full time, these guys, and then everything else, like from the tanks to the infantry, everything else.
Perhaps it's the governor's bodyguard.
I think you do actually have a provenance for that, but I didn't take it.
Oh,
because I wanted some. I needed points. I needed points.
Soak it up with dedicated transport.
Exactly. So the rest of these guys are people that have done their national service, as it were, and then when war breaks out, they get called up. So these are the full-time professionals, and then everyone else from the levy to the tanks are actually just part-timers. So we've got 2 blocks of 50 with a disciplinary officer with each one, which will make them slightly better leadership, and they get to reroll leadership as well.
What will it make it their leadership?
Leadership 8 rerollable.
Ooh!
It's not great.
Better than mine.
It's better than leadership 6 not rerollable.
It's a sergeant. It's a Space Marine sergeant.
Well, there you go.
And he's rerollable.
He's brave as a sergeant.
Yeah, he's brave as a sergeant.
And then, so for the last bits, I've got 2 heavy support slots, and I've got a Lord of War, which I think is like an allied thing.
It's sort of like an allied detachment, yeah, that's the best way you can describe it.
So I brought 2 Malcadors because I can't use these in 40k anymore, so I thought might as well bring them in this one.
And they're lovely models.
Yes, these are actually 3D prints.
Yes,
so
Arantanax, aren't
they're Arantanax. So Factorum Labs, if you're looking for some very, very good third-party 3D print Malcadors, please check them out. I genuinely, these were a pleasure to build. They're like 4 pieces that just go together. It's very nice.
So I've got one of the Dawns.
Nice, yes, I love it. And then, so these are armed with, we've got Las Cannon Sponsons, Demolisher Cannon, Las Cannon in top, and a heavy stubber on top of each one.
They do get them.
Yeah, they do get them. And these are third line still.
Yep.
And then we've got the Beyblade. I love the fact in Heresy that there are so many Baneblades going around that they have some just in storage yards for the Militia.
Yeah, just giving it a dust off, fresh coat of paint, and giving it a kick to make sure nothing falls off. And
Exactly. They describe it in the lore that it is not uncommon, because I've got so many of these things just like sitting around, it's not uncommon to see a man in tribal furs commanding a Baneblade because they've just like stored them on this like feudal world.
Yeah.
And then they just...
Yeah. What do we do with them?
Well,
he's
been trained. He doesn't know what the buttons do. He barely speaks low Gothic, but he knows press button equals boom.
Press button equals boom.
So there we go. So we've got
boom equals victory.
So we've got a third line Baneblade. So for those that are wondering what third line does, we've mentioned it a lot. Basically, any glancing hit is a penetrating hit, which is very, very bad.
It's very bad if I brought more anti-tank, but we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that in a moment. And the other thing to mention with my army is that my militia rule means that if I am below half strength, I basically can't rally. I'm very, very... I might maybe like double ones or something, but I'm very, very upset. And especially with these guys, if I get double charged, they just go, nah.
Nah, mate, I'm done. And they leave.
Yeah. So these guys, the infantry will evaporate. I do wonder how well the tanks will do.
I think your tanks are going to do quite well.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see. Classic guard tactics. Screw the infantry, shoot the tanks.
Yeah.
Well, that is my list and a bit of an explanation of how it's all come together. Let's head over to the Dark Angels. And here we have 3,000 points.
3,000?
Not 2,000, 3,000 points of Dark Angels.
The Legion of starting.
And the interesting thing is, in 40k, it's like, are they loyalists? Are they not? We don't know.
Well,
according to 30k, these are definitely loyalists.
They are very loyal.
These are loyalists.
Where they will happily nuke a planet to death just to prove a point.
Nice.
So, in quite drastic contrast to the Imperialis Militia, nearly said the wrong name.
The Armoured Corps.
The Armoured Corps. The Dark Angels are coming in from the heavens with a drop pod assault.
So today's lesson is drop pods.
Drop pods, yes. Deep striking for children.
This is so cool because you just don't see this in 40k.
No.
So even though we've both got kind of skewy lists, it's kind of showing off very much what 30k is about.
Yeah.
And I think there's going to be a lot of people in my community that are maybe, I would say, heresy curious at this moment because
They're
heresy curious because
Heresy and Old World curious.
Heresy and Old World curious because we're on the downward slope of 10th edition, and so you start looking around for the games. And I think if you're a guard commander right now, knowing that you can just chuck your army into Heresy, pretty much.
Not quite 1-to-1, but you
get
can
in there.
chuck it towards it, and you can play lower levels of Heresy. And if you've got some random Space Marine,
you can ally things.
You can ally them together, and you got an easy Heresy army. I could have actually allied my guard into this Heresy army if I wanted to.
Should the Militia on Militia? Everyone just running away.
No, because I would have. I wouldn't have been able to get to the 3K. I don't have that much. I wish I did.
But yeah, it's really cool, like seeing, like you would just never see a drop pod armor like this in 40k.
No, not anymore. I mean, when I first started 40k, actually, our first encounter was a drop pod army.
Yeah.
I was like, I have deployed. You haven't put anything. I know.
I have deployed.
I have deployed, and I decided that's what I wanted to do for Heresy because it was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting list to come up against. Shall I start?
Take it away, yeah.
Take it away. So, might as well start with the leadership of this army. We are led by none other than Corswain.
Who is Corswain?
He is the central of the of the Lion.
Ah,
Johnson. He is effectively the first captain of the Dark Angels.
Ah, okay.
Effectively, the Dark Angels don't technically have one. It gets very confusing, very vague, and just like the Dark Angels want it.
Excellent.
And he didn't actually become chapter master at the end of the Heresy either. It was someone else. They voted.
Okay. Votes?
Yeah, they voted.
Weird.
But he is one of the masters of the Death Wing, and he's led by a small bodyguard of Death Wing.
So is it these guys down here?
These guys here in the little wedge, yeah.
But Death Wing have to have Terminator armor, don't they?
Not always. The Death Wing were more just duelists and melee fighters, and also the bodyguard of officers and leadership.
Very cool. I love how they've got Deathwing hats, but like not Terminator armor. Very, very cool. Okay.
And they act like the cream that we know with the modern Deathwing actually was due to them all dying. And now in the Heresy, the cream is for where they've taken an injury to protect their charge.
Okay. That's cool.
So we've got some Deathwing companions with Corswain. We've got some Aegis shields, which basically give the whole squad an invuln save if I want to do that.
Cool.
And a bunch of Tyrannic greatswords, which are absolutely hilariously terrifying.
Okay. I think you can cleave a Gaza with a knife.
It'd cleave a Space Marine in half. It is basically a Space Marine grade claymore.
Okay, nice.
We will then go. I'll go to another unit which is exclusively Dark Angels.
Okay.
And that is these guys here. These are Interdemptors, or Interdemptors. I always get the name wrong. And these guys basically are the War Crimes, part of the War Crimes division of the Dark Angels.
Lots of plasma.
Redwing. Oh, these are worse. These aren't normal plasma guns.
Oh, okay.
These are plasma flamethrowers.
Right.
So,
right.
the template.
The template.
The template returns.
All of them have that, or just?
They all have it.
Oh my.
Except the ones there.
Yeah.
Have basically the Hellhound version.
Oh, so bigger plasma flamer.
It jumps.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they were little bayonets underneath.
No,
They're not little bayonets, are they? Oh dear.
These were kit bashed actually.
I like it.
But they are basically a shock troop who will find infantry and make them very crispy.
If I brought 200 infantry, it would have all gone in a turn, wouldn't it?
No, I don't think so. They would have done a good job though. If I brought more of them, they might have.
Okay,
I've only got one box.
Fair enough.
So those guys will have a bit of fun. We've got a sergeant who obviously is marked out like that, and we've got Non-Code Vox and Vixilla.
Okay.
This will only come into play if, for example, I'm in melee.
Okay.
It's like the old banners of Old World.
Okay, yeah, get extra combat res.
+1 res.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
And the Vox will do stuff with scatter and all that shenanigans.
Yes, I've got a few of those.
You do, yes.
Scatter weapons, yeah.
Moving on to the next core unit of the Dark Angels,
yes.
We have some. Well, we can actually do these guys, the Inducti.
Oh.
So during the Heresy, there were so many casualties of Space Marines that the Imperium went, "We need more boys." So
they fast-tracked some boys.
We fast-tracked some boys.
Interesting.
And they started to speed up the process, and it became more and more flawed.
Well, these like Spartan 3s from Halo. They were like.
They're actually the modern Astartes.
Oh, lol.
The Inducti were basically what was needed to be produced to fill the holes in the ranks of the Legions Astartes.
Yeah.
So we actually gained the Inducti, and they become the modern Astartes.
So are they have worse stats or anything?
They
like
don't get the special feature of the faction, which is the Hexagrammicon. I can never pronounce that.
Don't worry.
It's a system.
You can say
of
anything,
wings.
I believe you.
There's like 6 wings, and I can go crazy on it. But the Dark Angels, in ever their fashion of being the Legion of Destroyers, let's give them Volkite weaponry.
Oh, nice.
So every one of them's got a Volkite, which will shred infantry. This army has a theme you might notice coming up.
Yes, okay.
They basically want to ruin infantry. That's all their job is.
I'm glad I brought some transports now.
Yeah, hopefully I'll kill them first.
Alright. What next?
Let's go with these guys here. These are the Inner Circle Cenobian Knights.
Wow.
Which are led by a Centaurian. So these are basically the 30k equivalent of the Inner Circle of the Dark Angels.
Right, okay.
There's multiple orders of these guys, and they all know secrets of ways of war for the Dark Angels. So when the Dark Angels fought against certain Xenos species, these guys were the ones who recorded it and kept that knowledge so that if it ever came up again, they would know. Now this order's gone now. It died at the end of the Heresy. Most of the orders of the Dark Angels died, if anything.
Damn that Heresy.
Damn that Heresy.
Damn that Heresy.
Damn that Horus fellow.
Okay.
But these guys are armed with Tyrannic greatswords. They're in Cataphractii power armor. Yeah, same as these guys. In Cataphractii power armor and have plasma throwers on their arms, which are, if I remember correctly, I would double check, they're the same weapon as these guys.
Okay, cool. What next?
So we've got 3 units of
Tactical Marines. Classic tacticals, very nice.
They are classic tacticals. Some of them are. This guy's got a pretend bolter. It's actually a bolter. It's not a plasma pistol.
That's fine.
It's the only sergeant I had spare.
That's fine.
These guys all have, except the third squad on the right.
He's just shooting it on low power mode.
Yeah, exactly. Very low power mode.
It's conserving battery
Yeah.
power. He's like, Sergeant Miser, why wouldn't you just overcharge batteries? Oh,
I need to save
these battle cells don't
credits.
grow on trees, lads.
The Imperial thrones don't grow on trees, brother. They're just armed with bolt guns. They are part of the Storm Wing, which is the standard rank and file part of the Dark Angels.
Cool. What about these boys?
These are Iron Winged. They are my heavy support marines, basically modern devastators.
Nice. And one of
and then
two
led
anti-tank choices.
One of two, led by a Castellan, but led by another Centurion.
Okay, and is that like a lieutenant?
Yeah, but they have sub-roles within
Okay.
them. So you basically, if you want to make chaplains, for example, in Heresy, that's a type of
Centurion.
Centurion.
Oh, that's
yeah.
interesting.
They're
Because
like
chaplains came technically after
Yes.
it, didn't they?
They're like a sub-role. They're just more specialist, and you can specialise them or just make them generic as all hell.
And then apparently this unit here is going to win you the entire game.
Apparently, yes.
Every Heresy player ever.
According to every Heresy player. So this is my Contempted Dreadnought, Brother Diomedes.
Cool.
He's just running a bunch of melters for funsies and a Havoc launcher.
And quite a good call, yeah.
He will probably try and get close to one of your vehicles and just ruin its day and then die.
Yeah, he's got a chainsaw up.
Basically, melee, bit of melter, probably going to die.
Nice.
Probably most of this is going to die to the gun line of the tanks.
Well, we'll see.
We will see.
Assault
These
Marines?
are despoilers.
Ooh, okay, what are the spoilers?
They're just tactical marines with melee weapons.
Oh, okay, that's right. Moving on then. And these guys.
These are assault marines.
Hey, there we go.
These guys will basically come in. They've all got combat shields, which gives them a 6-up invuln save.
Okay.
If I remember correctly. I will double check that.
Here's the thing. I think you're going to be on your armor save most of the time.
I probably will be.
Because battle
Except
cannons
when
in
those
this.
shoot me.
Oh no, because battle cannons are only AP4 in this edition.
Yes, they are. But your autocannons are AP3, if I remember correctly.
I think they rend, but that's yeah.
But when rending comes in,
So I've got a lot of firepower, but I think a lot of it's just going to be taking it on 3-up saves.
Possibly.
We'll see.
All my officers, because I'm a cheeky sod, have artificer armor, which I will teach Mordian here to hate and love at the same time.
Well, I've got a big death guard
I hope you like slow rolling twos.
I just refuse. I'll just roll them all at the same time. If one pops up, that'll do.
But yeah, this is Dark Angels army. I'm using the drop pod assault rite of war. So everything that can be in a drop pod, aka where I can put a drop pod in, is in a drop pod.
Cool.
The only units that are not are these two over here, but I've got things in place so they can deep strike.
And how much do drop pods cost in Heresy?
35 points each.
Yeah, I thought so.
105 or something, 115,
Yeah.
I think.
It's
So
mad
I'm
how
paying
cheap
approximately about a 300, 400 point tax to field this army.
It is mad how cheap transports are in Heresy. You come from 40k, it's like a Rhino is 75, and you come to Heresy, it's like 35.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
The amusing thing with the drop pods is they're not assault ramp. So the
You can't charge me straight away.
Yes.
You got to jump out and shoot me.
I got to shoot you a bunch first,
and
hope that I live.
then double charge me. Yeah.
I do have to ask, because you didn't mention it. Do you have augury scanners anywhere in your army?
Don't think so. I don't think I get the option for it.
Oh dear.
Why?
So the augury scanner would allow you to react for your entire, like for each unit that had an augury, they could react.
Look, we found it in a bin, mate. We didn't. We found, these are at the back.
Thankfully, you do get one reaction.
All the good stuff went to the Solar Auxilia. We're the
Budgets
dregs.
nowadays.
We're the dregs. We're the absolute dregs. All right, well, let's head over to the field of battle after my deployment, because you're not going to be doing a deployment.
Oh, my deployment's already done. I'm in orbit.
Very good. So here we are, the field of battle after deployment. I have deployed. Chansey has also deployed.
This is a good deployment.
Over there.
As I am currently in orbit.
You are in orbit. You are on the strike cruiser, most likely. Just
Or battle barge at this point in the Heresy.
because probably everyone had a battle barge.
Everyone's got a battle barge. Even your grandmother's got a battle barge.
Everyone and their mums packing battle barges around here. Who? Dark Angels. Who else? Dark Angels' mums.
Yeah. The cousins.
Other cousins. There we go. So we have said, because it's very much mission. We should probably say mission.
Yes.
Blood feud.
So,
Kill each other.
yes, basically.
That's it. Give us a look at the book. It's that one, mission 1. We've done it because the victory conditions are you
Murder each other.
Yeah, murder each other. There are some extra ones as well, but they will come up as and when they come up. The main thing here is that my tanks, anything with third line, doesn't give away victory points,
Correct.
which is interesting. But the Baneblade does, because that's part of Blood Feud.
Because it's a Lord of War.
Because it's a lot of war. However, interestingly, some people might think, oh, Mordian, that's bullshit. Interestingly, for me to get points off Chansey, I need to kill both the drop pod and the unit it was carrying. So actually, we've both kind of got Blood Feud chicanery. So hopefully it'll balance out. All right, and terrain, is it all just ruins?
Yeah,
how does it work?
Ruins just provides, if your level of obscurement provides your cover save, so it's either 4 up or a 5 up. The area terrain, we're treating it as difficult terrain. We're not going to do dangerous terrain.
Okay.
Because so many dice.
Okay, fair. It's dangerous terrain where I could detract myself.
Pardon? Yeah, dangerous. No, difficult. I think can
Immobilize me?
immobilize you. Dangerous can kill your infantry and everything. And
Oh, yeah, but
it's the old terrain rules.
bugger that, yeah. It's all a bit difficult, it's not dangerous.
If I brought the Dreadwing, which is my war crime division,
Yeah.
all difficult terrain is dangerous terrain, and all the rest of the board is difficult terrain for you.
Oh, well, I'm glad you didn't do that then.
That's why no one likes to play them.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah, the anti-friend
It's
attachment.
the anti-friend attachment indeed.
Okay. All right, so we've deployed. Mission is easy. Terrain covered. Need to find out who's going first. Now, we have said that, just for the sake, I'll have first turn, just so I can get a feel for like moving things around and stuff. But there is always a chance you could seize the initiative.
Exactly. On a 6, I would be able to take the first turn. So
Okay.
let's find out.
No. There we go.
So-
That's if you'd roll a 6, I'm like, that's going to set the tone for the game.
That's going to set the game. Because he's to land on you and die anyway.
So the first thing that I need to do is we're going to go straight into the turn.
Yes.
And then I've got an alien curio to look at, and then some movement. So we are at the start of Imperialis Militia turn 1, and the first thing I need to do is roll for my alien curio, because I'm a connoisseur
Of the finest.
of the
alien
finest alien wares and interesting archaeotech
and art.
and art. So, will it be a genuine artifact, or will it be a cheap knockoff? It's a genuine artifact. What did I get?
So, the Warlord and all models in the same unit gain the Rage 2 and Furious Charge 2 special rules for the remainder of that game turn.
Oh, for the turn, is it?
turn.
Ah.
The one that you want is result 6, which gives you the I can't die now.
Okay, so I'm angry this turn.
You're real angry.
Real angry this turn. All right.
I'd have to double check what that rule does, but...
So we've opened it up, and it was some Tau Gamer Girl bathwater, and it has sent us into an incensed rage. That's what it is.
Yes, exactly.
Apparently.
It's Towel Gamer Girl bathwater with religion involved.
Yes, exactly. There we
the
go.
Imperial truth.
This is the Imperial truth. Okay, so now I guess I need to do some movement. Turn 1 entirely for the Imperialis Militia has been completed. We advanced.
You thought the enemy was not there, but advanced anyway, because that's your style, sir.
Upon not sighting the enemy, I advanced, sir. That's my style, sir. So it was kind of interesting getting to grips with the way the Heresy movement works. So infantry move, each infantry's got its own movement value, but the way you advance is you just add your initiative value.
Correct.
Which is cool. So guardsmen, when they run, go 9 inches. But if they go through terrain, you just -2 to your value. So I ran 7 inches. So it's very simple. There's no dice rolls. It's just bang, 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 bang.
Just do it.
That's kind of cool. And then with my tanks, I can go 10 inches if I want to go super speed, or if I want to go half speed and shoot some guns, or I can just stay still and shoot everything.
Yes.
Which is
And stay still will impose no modifiers to, say, the Demolisher cannon.
Yes. Yeah. So my thinking was basically I've no idea what I'm doing, obviously, but that doesn't really matter because we're the militia.
We don't know what we're doing anyway.
We don't know what we're doing anyway. So My militia training school has drilled into my men aggression and decisiveness makes up for any lack in martial skill. So
we will see if this pays off.
So aggression of action and decisiveness of thought will make up for any lack of martial skill. So we've gone forward with everything that can go forward. We've not been totally stupid about it though, because we have made sure that you can't just like drop pod, like, oh, drop pod here, and then just like everywhere. So we've screened and we've pushed, but we haven't found anyone yet.
No.
But we're about to.
Well, you will get to shoot one unit, as we discovered with your army list.
Yes, I have discovered that I want to play Solar Auxilia and get like 3 auger arrays.
Or even an auger array on everything it can take one if you can take it.
Yeah, that's what.
If you're going against drop pods or deep striking anything, auger arrays for days.
First lesson learned from my training game.
Augers.
I need augers. There you go. Lesson learned. But no, it's good to know, because I bet drop pods are pretty common in Heresy. I bet a lot of people will at least take a few of them.
Well, you can only actually take them in the right time using.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
The only exception are like the specialised ones, like the assault claw.
Interesting. Okay. But can you do it against deep striking as well? Can I auger deep strikers?
So the auger allows you to shoot the deep striking unit as it comes.
Ah. So interestingly, would it even help me against drop pods? Because I shoot the drop pod, but
you don't shoot the drop pod. You shoot the disembarking passengers.
Ah, okay, cool. So augers would be useful against pretty much everyone, because either great against drop pods or anything deep striking in, just auger it.
Plus, it'll allow you to shoot at night.
Interesting. Okay, interesting. All right. Many lessons being learned, things being thought, realizations being made.
Mistakes were made.
All right. So let's head over to Dark Angel turn. Now, do you have anything to do at the start of your turn, or is it just start dropping in?
I just arrived.
Okay, well, we'll go over that now, and we'll show the first couple of drop pods arriving, and then we'll do the rest off camera.
Yeah.
So, where do you want to put the first pod?
Good question. I don't know. So, I can go anywhere really, effectively, on this board, as long as I don't land in anything that is untoward or the enemy.
Untoward?
Untoward.
This whole board looks untoward to me.
I've done well. So, for the sake of ease, let's drop my first drop pod.
The big one?
Go for the big one.
Okay, big boy.
We're going to take a big risk, and we're going to slap it here.
Oh dear.
How drop pod assault works, I pick the first landing spot.
What if you land in the building?
It gets really, really complicated.
Okay, building.
We have a return of the scatter die system.
Yay!
So let's see first if it scatters. It does.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to scatter this way. Quite a bit.
Ooh, does that matter? No, probably this
Probably
does.
not. That would matter more.
Okay.
Because it wouldn't be able to... Basically, how it's been explained to me and how I've played it is that the drop pod...
It's a learning game for you too, apparently.
Sometimes... if the drop pod can't sit on it, it can't stay on it, and therefore moves. So we are scattering
10 inches straight back.
10 inches straight back, right into that ruin, basically there. Slap.
But it's not a proper ruin.
No, it's more just like
a
a
crater.
rubble. It's a crater.
It's a crater.
Yeah, it's a bit of blasted out building. So the pod opens up.
Oh, look at it. Look at it all. It's
from the inside.
brilliant.
It's magnetised.
Oh, magnificent.
And out pops the dreadnought.
Oh my.
Somewhere. This is going to not go to plan for me. Let's pop him out there. The petals don't count as anything, but now we get to the funny bit.
Okay. Well, we'll do the first couple of the funny bit, and then we can do the rest off camera.
It's just one roll.
Oh, okay. Okay, so, one roll.
On a roll of a 1,
it goes squiffy.
Mordian chooses where every other drop pod arrives.
Oh, yes. Here we go. Come on, roll that big fat one. No! Because I would have been like... You'd have
done it in a way that my stuff that didn't want to be at the front, and stuff that didn't want to be
out in the open, but it didn't happen. Damn.
Unfortunately, it didn't happen. So in this instance, I will get to choose where all the drop pods land.
But they have to go within 24 inches of this guy.
Yes, of that
cool.
pod.
Not that I knew that until you told me off camera.
True. But I did tell you.
You did tell me. That's
I didn't
true.
go, oh, by the way, I could just go anywhere I want or something silly.
Yeah.
So,
Sure. Feel free to cheat on camera, Chansey. Feel free to expose
what could go wrong?
Yeah, feel free. Oh my God.
So, I'll get on with that then, shall I?
Place the first one.
Place first one. Let's go with something spicy. We will go.
You could go for something basic if you wanted to.
I could be a basic
It's
bitch.
whatever you want.
But I do kind of want to do spicy.
Okay, spicy
So
boy.
we're going to go with some
Inductee.
Inducti, yes. Thank you. You know my units better than I do.
The Orange Bernie Boys.
Orange Bernie boys who are armed with a squad of Volkites.
Okay.
And where this drop pod's going to do is it's going to land right slap bang.
And this also scatters?
here. No.
Oh.
The first one scatters, and then every other drop pod just goes down.
Okay, that's really good.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'd be here for 10 days just rolling the scatter.
Well, I think you should be. I think you should be.
That's only because
That's how they used to work back in my day, back in
Yes.
7th.
But
I
we-
was told this was 7.
it was 7th with improvement.
Okay. Okay, so they're going to come out, and then you're going to deploy the rest of them.
Yes.
Interesting. All right.
There'll be a few things that happen once that has occurred.
All right. Well, we will let you crack on with that, and we'll be back in a moment. Jancy,
Yeah.
there's a lot of Marines.
There's more to come, but we've got to resolve it first here.
Oh my God. Okay, so the Marines have arrived. You've gone very aggressive.
Yes.
This is truly a.
In the school
assault.
of Dark Angels, we believe that the only true strategy is assault and aggression.
Oh, me as well.
Yes.
All right. So we've got
Spoilers?
the spoiler. We've got Bolty Chainies, Flamey Plazzies, Bernie Boys, Bolty Bolters, Lazzy Laz, Melty Big Boy, Bolty Bolters, Choppy Boys,
And Warlord.
and War Boy.
Yeah. War Boy. Yeah. War Boy.
If he wins, he gets to be War Man.
Yeah. War Person.
War Person. There you go. Yes. So there's something I have to do now,
There's
apparently.
some things you get to do, yes. As I have arrived in...
I'm arriving.
I'm arriving. At the end of the day, the Codex Astartes, I mean, the Codex Darkangelium.
Yeah, there's no Codex Astartes now.
No, the Codex Astartes is a load of bollocks made up by Rabute Gulliman.
Has he even started writing it yet? He's done
Yes.
okay, so he's got the
written it.
foreword
At
done.
this point, it's written.
But no one's paying attention to him.
Only the Ultramarines are paying attention to it.
Lol.
But according to the Dark Angel rulebook of how to be war crimers,
Okay.
I need
The
to...
anti-Geneva Convention.
Precisely. I would like to call this maneuver Steel Rain.
Get out of here, Boreal.
But getting on to a more serious note, as the drop pods come in, because of the impact they're causing,
Right.
they cause your infantry within 6 inches of the vehicle to, these two squads
Nice.
to take a pinning test.
Okay.
So they now need to make a leadership check.
Any minuses?
No.
Okay.
Knight, yes.
Right.
Not.
So the first unit of militia.
Led by your discipline
Let's
master.
look at it. Did they pay attention during national service? Did they actually do shooting during national service, or were they just like filling potholes?
And did
Let's
they
find
pay
out.
attention during the briefing?
No.
They did not.
So
However,
I will re-roll it
Because
with
you're diplomatic,
just
yes.
with- Now I'd like to point out that if I had taken the non-stupid Providence of War, I would have passed that.
yeah.
No,
No,
I'm pinned,
okay.
and a guy dies.
Does that happen for you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
So I'm just stuck there basically.
Yeah, basically you can't react.
Okay, that's fine. I wasn't planning on reacting with them
No,
anyway.
you do get a reaction.
Okay.
You get multiple-
So now this guy,
Yes,
these guys.
So now this squad. Same role because you have another discipline master.
Hey!
They don't care.
So they were the pothole fillers, toilet cleaners, and these actually went down to the range once a month.
Or they just really want to do the job.
I mean, boys.
They were the ones who didn't read all the horror stories.
They believe the
They
propaganda.
believe the propaganda.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
believe the imperial truth.
They believe the imperial truth. Okay, so that's that. Anything else in your
You
movement
get
phase?
to do an Overwatch action.
So who can do that?
Any unit, I believe, gets to, but you get 1 reaction normally per phase.
Right.
Because of your, I believe, because of one of your provinces, you get 2.
No.
No? I thought one of yours gave that.
Well, I got Industrial Stronghold, which lets me take a buttload of tanks, and then I got it was Survive as a Dark Age, the Army of Old Night, which lets me take.
Your connoisseur of alien curios.
Oh, that's my warlord trait.
Yes, allows your army to make an additional reaction during the movement.
I didn't know that. Good job you did. Okay,
I
so
remember reading it. So
can he react?
yes.
Can he? How does it work?
I think he shoots normally.
I'm going to shoot these motherfuckers.
You can, yeah.
Because they're obviously the scariest ones.
So you would get normally only one of this reaction.
Okay.
You get two because of your rule. If you have augury scanners, you're
Everyone.
going to do it.
They're probably not. They're like 10 points a unit or something, aren't they? They're probably
Something
worth
like that.
it.
For me, they're like 10 points.
Okay. Right, well, I'm going to shoot you.
Only one unit can react. So a unit can only react once per phase.
That's fine.
So Baneblade is going to really ruin my day, is it?
Yeah. I'm going to go look the rules up. Let's find out. Okay. Baneblade's going to react.
The holes are ready.
So here we are. Overwatch with the Baneblade.
Oh god.
It's never been done.
Not in
Truly, it's never been done. So I'm going to fire the main gun first, and I'm going to fire at these guys. So place my big template down.
On that gentleman there?
I think that has to be the case.
That looks about right, does it?
All right, that'll do. So it's a scatter dice, is it?
Scatter dice, 2 dice, and minus your ballistic skill.
All right, it's going, but it's not going on me.
Oh boy.
7.
Oh boy.
It'll probably just
What's
clip
your
this.
ballistic skill? 3?
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's okay. So basically, it's 7 inches across at a smidge of an angle.
Probably going to be out of range.
So it's going to be like that. So I think it's going to land on like 2 guys and the drop pod.
Yeah, so I'd say that. Let me move my hand. I'd say that clips 2 despoilers and it definitely clips the drop pod.
Do I get this drop pod and the drop pod, or the wings don't count?
The wings don't count.
Okay.
But you clipped the. Well,
Okay, so we aim for the plasma boys.
We hit something
We hit
else.
something else. It's third line, baby. It's third line. We don't know what it's doing.
The gun's actually bore-sighted slightly to the right.
He's just, there's no rangefinder on it. He's just doing it by eye. Okay, so I'm guessing I get 2 hits or maybe more because it's a big gun.
You basically roll 2 dice for the spoilers.
Okay.
Because it's 2 guys hit.
I'm guessing 1.
You probably killed one of them at least. You are strength 8, so you're
Yes.
wounding me definitely on. Where was my?
I rolled a 6 to wound. The camera will confirm it.
You didn't need to roll to hit.
Oh, that was a wound. Oh yeah, yeah,
Scatter
yeah.
hits.
Oh yeah,
That's how it works. Remember?
yeah. Oh yes, yes. Oh yes, yes. I remember.
you remember.
Ah,
He
it's all
remembers.
coming back to me now.
So strength 8, toughness 4.
To 2s. Gotta be 2s.
Strength 8, toughness 4.
Gotta be 2s.
It's 2s. So
Hey. Oh yeah, because there's a table.
There's a
There's
table, darling.
Oh, it's amazing.
So just put that there because I can't fucking reach it otherwise.
So what's my AP? Probably big,
Your
right?
AP is AP 4.
So you get a save on a Baneblade cannon.
Yep.
This is shit. No, I believe you.
AP4.
I believe you. It's just,
So
he died anyway.
So I take closest to the blast. So
Yeah.
one of these 2. So I'll take that gentleman there.
And then I need to roll to damage your pod.
Yes. As you have strength 8, you
Yeah.
need a 4 to glance and a 5 to penetrate.
Do I have like ordnance or something which helps?
You do have ordnance. You have ordnance 1, which I believe does something. We're making.
Shall we have a look?
I am just looking now.
So ordnance doesn't help me apparently in this
No,
regard.
doesn't do shit.
I got a pen.
You did, yeah. Definitely a pen.
That's a mega pen
That's a mega pen.
because it's extra AP now. Don't think that really matters.
That was on the hit roll.
It doesn't really matter anyway. But I got a pen. So now I need to
Now
see
we go to the vehicle chart.
the vehicle damage chart.
Ah.
Okay, so what do I want?
You want anything? That will kill the gun. It's already immobilized.
How do I get a 7+?
You have an AP2 or AP1 weapon.
Okay.
So your last cannons will do that.
Are you sure that I'm rending artist? That makes me AP2 now, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
So,
That's not going to do anything.
crew shaken.
Sweet.
The vehicle can only fire snapshots.
Sweet.
Oh no.
Okay. Do you lose a hull point though?
Yes, I will lose a whole point.
So because that was the thing that they changed. It wasn't just infinite glances, infinite shaken results. You can still grind things.
You can still grind me down.
Okay.
This thing isn't made of hull points. We'll put it there.
So has it got 3 in total, 2 left? Okay. Oh wait, am I brutal? or anything
this
that
one's
makes
not
me do multiple wet
The main
damage.
blade cannon is not brutal. No.
What? What?
The Militia is.
What? Okay, well, we'll do that next.
Well,
right, demolish
you've still
cannon.
got the auto cannon as well to shoot at these guys.
No, yes, very good, very good. Autocannon. No. Is it twin linked? No, probably not. Oh wait, does coax do something?
No.
I feel like it makes me hit better.
I don't think so.
We're gonna check. I saw it on something.
Where did you see it, Tim?
It was online. It was next to the section with all these strange tentacle images.
Oh. No,
Right, well-
no, coax doesn't do anything.
Okay. So we checked it, and coax would let me get a reroll to hit on the main gun, but
You hit something.
I hit something anyway, so I don't want to re-roll it. Yeah, that's fine. It's only the main gun, not everything else, though.
Yes.
So now we're going to shoot the demolisher cannon.
And this will hurt.
Same target. Okay, here we go. Whoop. Yeah.
Okay, so
You are
I would
bunched
say
up.
you hit 6 guys easily.
Okay, here we
You
go.
hit the vehicle. What do you want to shoot first, the vehicle or the infantry?
Infantry.
Infantry, sir.
Infantry, sir. Good for you, son. Okay, it wasn't a complete dud.
You are
5.
straight to 12, so you're going to be wounding me on freeze.
2's even.
2s, yeah.
2's even. Who's teaching who? Oh man.
It's the heat in here. It's getting to me.
It's just too damn hot.
Any 6s?
No.
Okay. Hilariously, I don't. Oh, right, because it make it AP2. Brutal 3, which means bad things if I fail.
Do you get a save?
I will get a save from one guy.
Because of cover.
No, because there is artificer armor in the squad.
Oh, has each sergeant got one or
It's an
something?
upgrade that I can give them. It's
So you've got
basically-
4 guys who won't get it, and then 1 guy who will.
Well, that's so Heresy, because it was in the area. I can allocate it onto the sergeant. Don't ask me why this
But
is. How
isn't it
works.
not near us?
No, that's the case. They all fucking die.
I think nearest casualties, right?
It does break coherency as well. Yeah, no.
I mean, I don't know,
No,
man.
that's the thing. I've had it done to me, so I'm traumatized from it.
Okay. Well, we can always ask the chat in the comment section. We can learn from it.
And they can shit
So-
on me for being wrong.
Well, no, not even slightly, man. So what you're saying is, because you have a man with artificer armor in the squad, in theory you could just tank wounds on him
Yes.
constantly,
Um,
but he's not at the front of the unit, so
he is at the front. He's there, but he's not. He wasn't within the blast.
he wasn't within the models that were actually physically hit by the blast. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So. Do you still get to assign it to the sergeant, or does it just go on the guys that were hit?
Yeah.
And that's the question.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think would happen?
See, I believe it goes on the sergeant first, and then as soon as the sergeant fails, it then carries over into the rest of the guys.
Okay. If that's the way you think it,
I mean-
do you want to double check it just to be sure?
Yeah, might as well.
Because once we checked it once, we don't have to check it again.
That is true.
So we'll double check it.
Both if we got it wrong.
Exactly. And let us know down in the comment section if you've encountered this and which way you think it should go. So we have checked it, and it says that unlike normal weapons, you can assign it to anyone that you want. So you do get to assign it to your artificer guy first.
Yes.
And he has a 2-up save.
He has a 2-up save until he fails, at which point the rest of the squad dies.
Okay, so
First one.
that was that's what you get for being cheesy in a learning game.
It's the Chansey effect.
The Chansey effect. For those that don't know, I've played Chansey a few times before, and every single time he rolls terribly. You shouldn't bother with that because clearly you don't get any benefit from it. So you
10
lose
points as well.
10 points is pretty good. Well, to be fair, it does right. Learning moment. From a 40k perspective, that seems kind of cheesy, but this isn't 40k, this is 30k, and if it's a 10-point upgrade and it's on one guy, all that really means is you just bring a few weapons, or you fire the higher AP weapons first.
Yeah.
So it just the reality is, it just encourages you to shoot your weapons in the right order.
Correct.
There you go. So if I was doing this in the future with like a squad with plasma guns, I'd be like, well, plasma first, clearly. Or melter first, clearly, or whatever it might be. Very interesting. Okay, it's like the old days. It's like the old days. And as it turned out, it didn't end up being cheesy at all because you rolled a 1.
Well, you
It's a
also,
dice
to your
game.
benefit, that guy was carrying. Well, no, actually, no. The whole squad's carrying radiation grenades. He was carrying phosphex.
What the hell's a phosphex radiation grenade?
Well, radiation does other things, so don't worry about that yet.
Does that mean after the game all of my guys died 30 years later?
Duck on me. the phosphex is. Do you remember the old vortex grenades
Yes.
that move around the board?
Yes.
That.
Oh, okay. How many of those do you have?
No, none now.
Oh, okay, that's all right then.
You killed the guy holding them.
So he
These
dies.
are literally the war crimes division.
Ah, right. So he dies, and then 4 friends die.
And 4 friends die. Yeah.
Wow.
Because
okay.
due to the fact it was AP free, I don't get a save.
You're not in cover, are you?
No, wouldn't matter.
You're simply not in cover.
Yeah, I'm right in the open.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is the risk of.
Man, I need to get more Baneblades with more auguries and whatever it is. Augurs, yeah. You can assign whoever you want. You don't want to break coherency. And lose the super duper plasma throwers.
Oh, one of them, bro.
Yeah, the flags in Heresy models are a nightmare. So the Demolisher did good. The Baneblade cannon kind of went. Oh, what about the Doojit, the pod?
You haven't oh, we haven't done the pod yet.
That's a pen.
Oh, yeah, it's penned anyway. Auto pen.
Really?
Your strength 12 to armor 12.
Okay, but it wasn't I guess it matters for rending.
It will matter.
So I didn't get a rend.
You are if I pick up the right device.
I think it's 3.
You are AP. Yes, you are. No, you're AP 2. Stop. AP 3.
Okay.
You are rending on a 6.
I didn't get a rend.
Okay.
I only rolled a 2. You stunned.
It's dead anyway.
Why?
Brutal.
Oh, does it do multiple hull points? Oh! Does it explode?
No, it just dies.
Oh, okay. So it ceases to be.
It ceases to be.
I guess it stays there though for terrain, right?
Yes.
Cool. So 1 pod down, 1 pod injured. Now we've got all the other bits. So 2 las cannons.
Still not fired the auto cannon either.
I did. I didn't do anything.
Oh yeah, you did right at the start.
I didn't do
So
anything.
2 las cannons.
2 hits.
Yeah, wounding on 2s.
2 wounds.
2 more marines just die.
Oh my god! What is going on? This is way better than normal Overwatch.
And you got another one still to come.
No, that's another
your
Overwatch,
commander.
yeah. And then I've got my heavy
2 sets of heavy
bolters.
bolters.
And then the
Which are
one in the
heavy
front.
4.
Heavy 4, what? Like extra shots?
Oh yeah, 3, haven't you? The one on the front.
Yeah.
So the heavy 4 shots each.
What?
But here's where it gets fun. You remember Twin Linked?
Yes.
The old rules for Twin Linked?
I give you all hits?
Yes.
Ooh. Do I have anything else, like sustained hits or anything?
No.
Okay. So I don't care about picking out 6s.
Correct.
Okay, those hit. Those hit. 3s to wound, strength 5 T4.
Strength 5 T4, yes, 3.
Okay, but no AP worth toffee. Well, I got unless 6s matter.
You're AP 4, but no, because you're not rending, it's just AP 4.
So it
because
doesn't
my
be.
save's 3 up, I still get
Yeah,
the
so
saves.
it's like, oh, if you were a solar auxiliary, you'd care, but you're not a solar auxiliary, you're a goddamn marine. So, okay,
I roll like an auxiliary.
6 of your finest 3-up saves.
5, well, with my rolls.
They're dead!
no,
No,
they're
they're not. Sorry, that's my 40k brain. Be like, AP minus 1, bro. Minus 1, bro.
No, they're still alive, mate.
2.
2 of them are dead.
That's everything I got, but I'll take it. How interesting. So, I feel like there's some kind. I feel like pinning test there because of the Baneblade cannon.
There will be a pinning test.
And then shit myself test
There'll be
there.
a leadership test there, yeah. So,
Do you know fear?
probably.
Do you know fear?
So, I am on.
You will.
Oh, god damn it. This is like the 2-minute game all over again. So, leadership 7.
Only 7?
Only 7, sir. I know. How dare I? How dare I? I'm fine.
That's good. Yeah. Damn your low rolling coming in clutch at certain points. And then over here, leadership 8.
Leadership 8, yes, because
Sergeant.
of the sergeant. Yes.
Okay. Hey. So you've got ass blasted, but you're okay with it.
I'm not okay with the ass blasting, but we've got to work with what we got.
Well, I feel, I have to say, that was one of the scariest squads, and I feel, after successfully diddling them, a lot better.
You feel justified in your diddling.
Everyone told me Militia was terrible.
It's because it's a Bane blade.
Third line, the only line I need.
It maybe shit, but it's my shit.
It's you know what? It feels good that Bane Blades are actually meaningful.
They're terrifying.
Yeah, because you kept saying to me before the game, I don't know how I'm going to deal with the Bane Blade. And I've just got my 40k head on, and I'm just thinking, easily.
There's a lot of things in this system where if you go into it with a 40k brain, I don't get why this guy's worried about my 20 tanks.
Yeah, because this would be terrifying in 40k as well.
It would be terrifying in 40k, but you could still deal with it.
Yeah. This is very interesting. I have to say,
I'm going to struggle to kill your tanks. So
I have to say, I'm about to get my ass filled in by all the Marines, and I know that.
You still have another Overwatch. If you want
now,
to use it. If you want to use it now.
Can I do it on the Beyblade again?
No.
Okay. Would it be good to use it now, or would I save it late? Because you can't assault me, right?
I have another deep striking unit that hasn't come in yet.
Right.
Terminators.
Okay, I don't really feel like I could. I suppose the Demolisher cannon could be kind of. Nah, fuck it. You're just gonna kill me anyway. So I'm gonna
Overwatch now.
I'll Overwatch with him.
Yep.
And he's gonna sling a Demolisher shell into. Can he see them?
Did he cruise or did he?
Oh, he went very fast.
Then he can't shoot at all.
Oh well then. I think everyone ran, so I think that's probably it.
He was firing line with the infantry.
They advanced.
Oh no!
Yeah, I mean, maybe this guy could do it. He only moved.
Could, yeah.
He did move though. He moved a smidge.
He moved at cruising, so he could fire all his guns and his only one ordnance gun.
I only have one ordnance gun.
Then he can fire the ordnance gun, but with snapshot.
Does that mean it just goes?
Ballistic skill 1.
Okay, so he's gonna go to your las cannon, guys.
Gonna go to my las cannons.
Now, it's not very good, the battle cannon in this game, is it? Somewhat tragically shite. It's like a 3-inch template.
Not terrible.
I think it's pretty bad. It's AP4 3-inch template, if I read my statistics correctly. So I'm going to roll my... He's going to do it, and I'm going to roll to hit you guys over there. Well, he's scattering. 7 inches.
I think I out, but 7 inches that way.
Yeah, might hit the pod.
It's going to hit the dreadnought, I think.
I don't think it can damage the dreadnought. It might be able to. Tape measure.
Where were you putting it?
Just in the middle-ish.
That guy?
Yeah.
That guy. I think you've got more hits there.
Okay, fine, whatever.
It's the drop pod.
It's the drop pod on the dread. I keep skewing right.
The gunball sights are out. So.
Okay. Pod. A 4.
You want strength 8? Did you say?
Probably.
Let me look.
I'll roll. Well, we know it's a 4 for the pod. I'll roll for the dreadnought. That was a 2. I'm pretty sure the dreadnought's gonna be safe.
Dreadnought's safe because it's toughness 7.
Only what? Surely it's high.
No, it's toughness 7.
Oh, it's not a vehicle.
No.
Oh.
It's toughness 7. It's got an invuln.
Well, maybe
save.
a 2 will help then if I'm more than strength 8. If strength 9, it would matter, wouldn't
Your
it?
strength 9. Your strength 8.
Okay, so no, dread safe.
Dread safe.
Pod.
You glance.
A glance. Oh, sure. Is it armor 12?
It is armor 12, so you glance.
Ah, I did a wound.
I think you do. Dreadnought drop pod. 12.
There you go. A whole wound.
A whole juicy wound.
And I will laser cannon you now. Whee! I got a hit.
You did get a hit.
I didn't wound.
You didn't wound.
Third line, it just didn't put the batteries in it.
It's just kind of oozes out.
Yeah. It's like, no, they turned the searchlight on. They thought they pressed the las cannon button, and it says las cannon in the machine, but it goes, and just like lights him up. It's like,
just starts
it's glaring in my eyes. Yeah. There we go.
Oh, God damn it. Okay.
All right, I think I've interrupted your turn enough now.
It's
your turn.
Yeah, but you didn't get much of a turn at the start, so...
That's true, it's kind of like my turn.
Continuation of the turn. So
Okay, so do you need...
I get to deep strike one more unit.
Do all of that off camera. So you are deep striking in your boys.
The boys.
Okay, and where are they going? What are you
On
thinking?
the board.
Okay.
I'm thinking somewhere where they don't die. Now, there was a nice unit there that's now died, rather annoyingly. So,
Pod died as well.
the pod died too.
I got one more guy to kill.
One
and then
more
I get
guy.
a victory point.
You do, yeah. You would get first blood.
Oh, I should have overwatched with like the infantry on that guy.
You should have, but I wasn't going to tell you what to do.
It's a learning game, you bastard. No, I couldn't. I advanced.
Yeah,
I advanced.
true enough.
I could have done it with the.
Matador.
No, I could have done it with any of those tanks.
They all
I
come
made
to
no mistake. I made no mistake because I could only do it with those
You
guys.
knew.
There.
You
Instinctively,
knew
I
that the
knew.
unit was going to die, mostly. So that was
No,
probably
I
going to
didn't.
drop here and go spicy and risky.
Is it not just going to go? You can't assault athletes, can you?
No, but they've got flamethrowers on their arms.
Ah, okay. Well, I will record the spot where you intend to go. He's going balls to the wall.
So I'll put the guy who's actually
Man in the middle goes down first, and then Chansey scatters off and dies.
Exactly, sir. That's my style, sir.
Okay.
Scattered that way.
Okay. Do you want to re-roll it with a
Let me see what the numbers are
what?
first.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay, we're going to try again. This is a bold deep strike.
Oh boy.
It's a bold deep strike. That's on to me.
That is on TE. Now, I need to look up a rule.
Okay, we're back in a second. Chansey, what happened?
It went wrong.
So, what happens now?
So I scatter onto you by 6, so I land here.
Yes. And you're not a drop pod, are you?
I am not a drop pod. You now get to choose where I go. If it's within 18 inches of the spot.
Oh, I
So
can't
you can't just shove me in the back corner.
Oh, damn these improvements.
Damn these improvements, making the game more fun.
I'm going to stick you.
So you can't shove me all the way back here, and I'm going to take a while to come over.
I want to stick you about there so that in my turn I can then shoot you.
Okay. So let me go get the rest of the squad.
Okay, but wait, there's more. What next?
Due to some archaeotech shenaniganery, and the rule that allows me to deep strike with this unit, I now have to roll a dice for each model in the unit.
Oh no.
On a 1, the unit takes a wound that I can't deal with except with invuln save.
Okay, we have an invuln.
I do have an invuln, quite a good one. So I've got 6 models in the unit.
Okay.
So on a 1, I take a wound, which I can invuln. So there's 2.
2. What's your invuln save?
4 up.
Ah, you'll be alright.
If Cataphracti now reminds me correctly. Because it's the majority of the squad and it's at the back of the...
Roll it and see what you get. I'm
Yeah.
pretty certain Cataphracti will be a 4. There you go, it wasn't either. It's definitely none of those. So you take 2 wounds. Is that dead? How many wounds do
no,
Terminators
these
have?
gentlemen have 3 wounds each.
What? I thought Marines only had 1 wound in this game.
These are Cataphracti Terminators.
Damn your eyes, sir.
Damn my eyes.
Damn your eyes. Okay. Have we done your movement yet, or is there
This is
more?
my movement done.
Okay. Right. We will do a couple of units on camera and do most of it off camera for shooting. So we're back in a moment. So we're going into the Dark Angels shooting phase now, and we're going to do this unit, this guy, and them on camera, because most everything else is bollers.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so where are you shooting?
So we're going to fire first with the las cannon squad.
Nice. What do they do?
They're las cannons.
I could have worked that one out myself. It's a bit of a stupid question on my end. I apologise.
Because they're heavy weapons, I have to fire in snap.
Oh.
So I'm Militia skill 1 here.
Oh, amazing. So 6s?
6s.
Oh, it's all coming back to me now.
However, the power of the Dark Angels is bullshit.
Okay.
My Centurion here has a Cognis Signum, which is something from 40k, which Devastators have.
Okay.
Which gives me +1 to my ballistic skill, so I'm now hitting on 5.
That's awesome.
I'm a solar Imperial Auxiliaryman, but slightly worse.
Nice.
So, where do you want me to roll? Because your tray's over there.
Just roll it there next to the squad.
Yeah. So I will need 5s to hit with 5 las cannons.
Okay. That's good.
That's a pretty good roll.
That's 3 hits. That makes up for some of the other shit that's been happening.
Yeah.
Okay, now you have to wound me, sir, or penetrate my armour. Now, my front armour is probably 14.
Yes. I would like to say it probably is as well.
It's probably 14. So roll the dice to see what you get.
I need 5s to glance, 6s to penetrate. However, I have the Sunder rule, which provides me either an extra dice or modifier.
Okay, shall we check?
Yes.
Okay, so you are
now making my penetration
rolls, and you get re-roll thanks to Sunder.
Due to Sunder, yes.
Oh my.
So, I need to penetrate you 6s, to glance you 5s. We're getting very spicy today, Mordian.
Oh my god, so double pen and a glance.
I glance you once and I pen you twice. Not going to re-roll.
So you penned me twice.
I penned you twice.
And you've glanced me once.
I have.
My.
Probably not.
Do you want to re-roll?
No.
Oh no.
I'm good with that result.
Oh my god.
So as I'm shooting with the last cannon.
I thought you rolled badly.
It must be the dice. Wait a minute.
Where's my soul bath?
No, I think it's just the good dice.
Yeah. So what's the? Do you roll on the vehicle damage table?
I do.
Oh, it's a penetrating hit.
Yeah, 2.
I'm third. No, it's 3. I'm third line. It's 3 penetrating hits.
No.
Oh dearie me. Oh no. So you're AP 3 on the last cannon.
I'm AP 2 with the last cannon.
Okay.
So
what does this give you?
+1 to the roll here.
So you want 6.
I want 6, 5s or 6s.
Well, won't 6 blow me up?
No, I want 6s to roll.
Yeah.
And then 4s potentially.
Okay.
Because I blow up weapons.
Okay. Let's see what you get. Okay, no more 6s.
So the crew's shaken.
Okay.
So they can only fire snapshots until the end of its next turn.
Brilliant.
So it's hitting on 6s.
Okay.
The crew has also got a weapon destroyed.
Okay.
You choose the weapon.
The Pintle autocannon. No, the coax. No, I'll keep that because that can make that shoot a bit better, couldn't it? I'll lose a heavy bolter.
Lose a heavy bolter, cool. And you are now immobilized.
I wasn't planning on moving much anyway.
Excellent.
And 3 whole points down, I'm guessing?
Yes.
So down to 6.
You are, yes.
Okay, I thought that was going to be squeaky bum time.
No.
So
I have made squeaky bum happen, but not many times.
So I am hitting badly. I'm going to use this to these dice can represent what vehicle penalties and vehicle damage table results I'm currently affected by. So a 1 is the shaken, and then the weapon destroyed, which we already know, and then immobilized is a 6, right?
Yes.
So that's my wounds. That's what I'm currently affected by, and
any further immobilized.
And we know it's lost a heavy bolter.
Destroyed instead of another immobilized.
Can't be double immobilized. Okay.
Can't be double immobilized.
See, in bolt actually, if you get double immobilized, you get knocked out. Interesting. This is different rules, right? It's clear, you know.
Yeah. But, oh no, it moves a hull point.
Ah, okay.
So rather than 1 hull point,
lose 2. Okay, that's cool.
I was wrong.
Interesting. All right, so I thought I was goners then, but you used all your 5 and 6s on the hits and the vehicle pens. What about Melty Boy? Has he got?
Mr. Melter Boy. I don't think he's in range.
Okay, we'll do him. We won't do him then. Do you want to do these guys?
Yeah, let's do the Volkite Inducti.
Do you know what they do?
They shoot you a bunch. I think it's 2 shots each, and they deflagellate, which means on a failed save for you,
I take more.
It deals another wound roll.
Ugh.
But it only happens once.
Okay.
So I'll just get their sheet up so I get it right for you.
Okie dokie.
There we go.
Right.
So I have Assault 2. So 2 shots each.
So I'm presuming you're blasting the infantry.
Yeah, it's the only valid target one.
Okay. Many a dice.
I've got a lot more than black.
Many a dice.
I've got exactly 20 black dice.
Ah, okay.
So, I'll roll into this tray.
So we are shooting the inducti into the levy.
Yes.
I'm pinned at the moment. Does that help?
No, it just means you might have an even worse time later.
Amazing.
So, wounding you, hitting you on freeze.
Yeah. Any rerolls?
Not on the hit.
Oh, at the moment.
No. Though I do take an oath of a moment, but that's narratively.
Okay.
Because the oath of a moment is what would be taken just before the landfall.
The drop. Okay, cool.
And it'd basically be, I oath to murder every fucker on the planet.
To murderize in the name of the lion.
So, I hit that many times, and I now wound you on 3, so strength 5 on a Volkite.
Well, 2's then. I'm only toughness 3. We're not playing 40k.
We're not playing 40k.
It will definitely be 2's. It's like the old wounding.
Yeah, I think it is actually. Strength 5.
We'll show the viewers.
2's.
2's.
Oh dear.
I'm in danger.
What's your armor save?
5. Got flak armor.
Oh dear, you are in danger.
No.
It's AP 5 as well, I think.
I presume I don't get a save in this game.
Get a save if that's the case.
I got carapace on my grenadiers, but the grenadiers aren't here.
The grenadiers are good. Yeah, strength 5, AP 5.
Oh my. Oh my.
On a 2, one of your guys gets heat raid.
Nice. It's like facing the Martians from War of the Worlds.
So
Only dropped 1. 6 has been anything?
Nope. 3, 6, 9, 11. So then I get another.
And I have to take the nearest, don't I?
You do. I get another 11 dice.
Oh.
That's what the deflatinate rule is. It only happens once, so it's not an infinite thing and just
that would be
murdering.
cool.
So you're good. You're not fully dead.
Mildly dead.
Volkite is kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
And another 9. So it's 20 guys.
20 guys.
20 guys.
My, it sounds like my stag do. Right, let's remove the casualties and we'll be back in a moment. A nice guardsman-shaped hole has appeared. I did have a few cover saves to make, didn't make any of them.
Nope.
So there you go.
So we're now going to shoot with some bolt guns.
Ooh, okay.
Might as well, let's do some real damage.
We'll do 1 bolt gun squad on camera, and then we'll do the rest off camera, because I think it'll be more bolty stuff.
It'll be a lot more bolt guns, but this one might be interesting because I might about to wipe the entire squad.
I might run away.
Exactly. So 20 shots, because 10 bolt guns.
Okay, please.
Stormwing.
Oh, okay.
So the Stormwing, because they...
You seem absurdly pleased with the Stormwing.
This is more Dark Angels bullshit.
Ah, very good.
I get +1 to hit.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I hit you on
But
2,
just a
wound
bolty
you on
dudes?
3s. Just with bolt guns.
Okay.
Anything bolt gun, basically.
Understood, El Capitan.
So hitting 2s, wounding on 3s.
Okay.
There's the ones.
Man. What are the... Do you know off the top of your head what the Death Guard rules are?
Horrible. For anyone who's not the Death Guard.
Sweet. I got shitloads of those guys.
They have a very similar right of war that gives... You remember the one where I said about dangerous terrain, difficult terrain? That rule as well.
Oh, but everyone hates that one.
Yeah, but all the Death Guard players use it.
Okay, cool.
Because the Death Guard players don't have the plasma bullshit that we do.
Ah, okay.
So that's how it balances. We have more bullshit.
Okay, we're semi-bullshit.
You're stinky bullshit.
Stinky bullshit.
I've got the Heretic book as well if you want to have a look later.
Yeah. Well, if they might have it here, I might buy it.
Wounding on 3s.
Yes, actually 3s this time.
Yes, however...
You rolled very well.
You get an armor save anyway.
I get some cover.
You will get cover, yes. So
how many saves?
5, 10, 13.
Okay, I'll draw your dice. It makes it easier. Oh, rolling Dark Angel dice, a little vexed. So
7 in cover.
7 in. I tell you what, I'll roll the green ones because I am green. There we go. 7 in cover. Okay.
1 lives.
1 lives.
So now roll another one.
Another. Was it 13? Was it?
Well, because he might be that one guy lived.
Yeah.
Gets to take the roll again.
Yeah. But how many wounds of total? It was 13, wasn't
so 6 total. Yes, 13 total.
So
6 have rolled.
I've got 6 more to go.
Yes. Now he's dead.
He's dead, and then I've got 5 more to go. So, oh no, I wouldn't have cover saves on these. Yeah, so I lose 12 out of 13. So, did a little bit.
Bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, you've forced me to shoot you.
Well, I don't feel it was overly forced.
Well, I had to shoot something.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay. Hey, I'll take it. Look, bunch of shit munchers for these guys. I'll take it every day of the week.
Well, they're about 300 points.
Wow.
So,
rough.
Pretty good trade.
Yeah, rough. What?
So now we make a leadership check for you.
Okay.
There are no modifiers because it's not melee. You shit yourself.
I'm going to re-roll it.
You do.
I'm okay.
They're good.
But I do lose a guy.
Yeah.
There we go.
As he is the only one who did poop himself.
Yeah, he pooed himself. Yeah, there we go.
And that's the end of shooting that squad.
All right, and then the rest of it we'll do off camera because we're looking at bolties, plazzies.
Yeah.
All right.
Not much else.
We'll be back at the end of Dark Angels shooting turn 1. It's been a long round 1. We've been learning a lot. We've been checking a lot of rules. You've been blowing the cobwebs off. I've been learning for the first time. It's been great. So
Alzheimer's hasn't kicked in just yet.
Exactly. But there's still chance.
Yeah.
But we will be back at the end of your turn.
Yes.
So we come now at the end of Dark Angels turn 1, and you've done a number on my infantry. In fact, this is the number of casualties. But the thing is, Chansey, I come in 50-man bricks.
You do come
So
in 50-man bricks, sir.
All you've really done is just cut me down to the size of a 40k blob.
You have.
Obviously, there's a few of these guys that need to be a bit further back. The trays move them forward. But essentially, all of the bolt rounds over here went into these guys, and there's a few in cover. And you were a little unlucky on your rolls.
Was a little lucky.
So
yeah.
it was. I took some casualties there, but I passed my panic test. What happened is this guy shot at me, and then I returned fire.
With 40 guys.
Because it's reactions of a thing. I have to say, I was very uncertain about reactions before I started playing. I thought there was going to be too many opportunities for gotchas.
But because you're limited and it's a limited...
Because you're limited and we're just playing it as with an open hand, it really, I just asked you, like, what can react? And then we just, we went through it and we were like, okay, well, these guys should react then. And it just worked quite nicely. I think Heresy... I can already see how abusable it would be in a tournament setting, but in a friendly setting, it feels like a very, very good game.
Heresy is, for me anyway, is a very beer and pretzels kind of game.
Yeah.
Where you spend an afternoon and you play it.
Yeah.
It's how, honestly, I used to play 40k.
But it's become more competitive and that's leaked into the casual scene.
Yeah.
This is like, do you want to play... Sort of, obviously. Do you want to play a 40k feeling game, but it feels like, for warts and all, good and bad, you're going back to everything's competitive. Yeah.
Just before it went competitive / when it was starting to go really competitive.
I do really like the reactions because one of the big things is that it's felt like it's broken your turn up a lot. Like I've been doing...
You've got to do things.
Yeah, I've got things to do. I really like it.
And if we had an assault phase, obviously I don't because I arrived.
Yeah. I'll be dealing with that next turn.
You will be dealing that next turn, if I'm alive still.
I think you will be.
Still turn 1.
I think you will be. It's been a long turn 1, but I think a huge amount of that has been... So I think it's worth mentioning that, like, obviously we've been checking a lot of rules. And... we made that joke before, like who's teaching who, which I thought was brilliant. But I think you've never played against Militia before, have you? So there's been a lot of things where I'm like, what does coax do? And you're like, I've never encountered that before. Because marine tanks don't seem to have it. Yeah. So there's been, I think a lot of the rules that we've been checking that have stumped you have been my weird, wacky Militia rules. Like there's been a few times when it's like, oh, I got a glancing hit. No. A penetrating hit, and we've had to be like, oh yeah. So it has been a little bit of us teaching each other, but I just want to say a huge thank you to Chansey because it's been I've been too afraid to get into Heresy, and it's been so good just to have someone, even after turn 1, who's just been like, at least knowing where to look in the rule book has been just such a weight off my mind. So I just want to say a huge thank you for that, and hopefully that's come across to the viewers back home. There's been a few rules checking. It has been very much in a very collaborative sort of way.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I might be dead in about a turn. We'll find out very shortly.
Although I still want Chat to give you shit for putting Artificer armor everywhere, you cheesy bastard. I immediately went, what?
Excuse me, sir. You were the person who planned to put multiple guns on a Churchill tank for bolt action.
Oh, that is true. What is the main weapon? Doesn't say it in the rulebook. Anyway, so we're going over to guard turn 2 now. Now, what we're... Pardon?
Militia.
Militia. No, the local name for these guys is
The Mordian first.
It's the Mordian first Iron Guard, so they are guard. Yeah, there you go. There you go. The Mordian first.
Legalistic, right now.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to guard turn 2. Now, because we've had a very long turn 1, and we've shown loads off and loads of different mechanics and reaction every turn 1, deep strike and all sorts of stuff, what I'm probably going to do is just have a summary turn for turn 2. Even if we then get into the weeds more with assault phase in your turn 2, I think I'm just going to be doing a bit of moving and shooting, and that's fairly normal. Yeah, that's fairly normal. So we're going to have a summary guard turn 2, so that as is a learning game, we can fairly quickly go over to Dark Angel's turn 2, and we can see how assault rules work, because I'm not planning on charging you. All right, so let's see what happens, and we'll be back at the end of guard turn 2. And so the dust has settled over Militia. You want to say guard? Militia turn 2. Not a bad turn, a bit of a mix.
A bit of a mix, but you effectively neutered me on the left.
Or right, even from my perspective, but yes.
Right. The left from my true perspective is the Emperor.
You're the first Legion.
I'm
the first Mordian.
I'm older than you.
I'm first amongst equals, apparently.
I'm older than you. I've been around longer.
There you go.
Since unification was.
There you are. So basically, in summary, we got slightly distracted. In summary, I absolutely brutalised that squad.
The melee unit on my left flank, yep.
That between that and this one, just absolutely brutalised them. And I even managed to take the pod out as well.
Both of these pods are now dead.
Turns out that Demolisher cannons, when they hit, are quite good. Yeah. Over here, the Baneblade was snap firing, but it did manage to kill a Marine and pin the squad and do a wound to the drop pod as well. I then fired the other exterminator here, and I was like, what can I do to Dreadnought? It turns out, fuck all. Yeah, absolutely nothing. So then we came over to here, and I was like, you know what's interesting? I thought I had way more firepower over here, but I don't feel like I did quite as much damage. I did take a wound off this pod, and I did kill a bunch of the Wish.com Marines.
Wish.com Marines.
The ones that are the modern Marines. Well, not anymore, because Primaris, I guess, is the modern Marine. But the intermediate Marines. There we are. And they failed the leadership test, and Marines don't
just run away.
They don't. They know fear.
I do get a check at the start of my turn,
but it's not an auto rally.
It's not an auto rally, and because they're not got the flag in the squad or anything, because they don't get that.
Yeah.
If they carry on running, until they leave the board.
It's very interesting. Morale did something.
Yeah.
And do you know what's it? Going back and casting my mind back to 40k days, I think it all started going wrong when Marines got And They Shall Know No Fear around 5th edition. And that was the beginning of morale stops doing anything. And then now we are where we are in 10th edition, where morale is battle shock and is absolutely nothing. So this is really good to see morale do something.
I mean, a big factor for your favour with this is the fact Marines only have one wound.
Marines only having one wound is huge. Yeah, I have to say, it feels like a breath of fresh air. The game feels less grindy. It just feels better. Now, interestingly, this guy didn't really do very much to you. He missed all his las cannons, but his Demolisher cannon scattered over here, and for the first time in this game, you pass some Artificer armor.
I did, and then I proceeded to pass a lot more.
But they are pinned and fleeing, and then what actually did it was opening up with a trio of Russes. And let me just tell you, guys, there's something, shall we say, stiffening about a squadron of Russes opening fire and just being like, blast template, blast template, blast template. It was really... People say blast templates cause arguments. No. Only if you're a knobhead. Like, there was a couple of times when you were like, I think you've got 3 there. And I was like, well, it's iffy, so we'll call it 2. That's just the way to play. Like, don't be a dick. And I think people say blast template cause arguments. No. People cause arguments with templates.
I like that.
Las cannons all missed, but that's fine. So basically, the Inducti came down, and they've just been shattered.
30 of the guardsmen and ran away.
And they've been shattered by a point-blank barrage of third line tanks. Over here, everything we had fired into this squad, but between Artificer Man and then just this guy missing completely, even with coax and everything, he just completely messed it up.
Combined with the power armor and the cover.
Yeah, combined on the cover. The squad lived, but we did kill half a squad, so there we go.
But they survived. They passed their leadership, so they're not running away just yet.
That's because they're OG. They were made the right way.
They were made the
These are the Spartan 2s. These are the Spartan 3s, man. That's what it is.
Fours more. Spartan 4s.
Okay, these are Spartan 3s. They're the Spartan 4s. There you go. They're the Spartan 2s. They're the Spartan 2s.
They're Spartan 2s in bigger armor.
I did.
Disembark, yeah.
I did a disembark and I did kill a couple of my own guys with plasma. There's quite a funny moment when I was like, okay, so these are my elite guys. They're hitting on 4s. And Chelsea was like, no, 3s. I was like, no, 4s. She's like, well, what makes them elite? They hit on 4s. It's like, well, what are the other guys hitting on? 5s.
Spent the entire game hitting on 4s on the other guys.
Yeah, but that was just because the volume.
Yeah.
I have to say,
This volume of fun.
the las guns have been fun to use and have felt actually effective. It really feels like the old adage of...
They feel effective even though you're actually only killing maybe 4 guys at a time.
Yeah, but it's just like gone from killing 4 to like, in 40k it's like plink off a wound from a 2-wound marine. That's what tends to happen. It's interesting, even though las guns can wound everything in 40k, they seem less effective now than in 30k, which is kind of wild. I think what's really hammering home to me is that old, was it? I think Abaddon said it. The Legionnaire who scoffs at the las gun hasn't charged across open field against 10,000 of them. Abaddon said, it's either Abaddon or Horus, one of the traitorous bastards said that. And I think it's actually kind of proving true right now. Like, las guns have probably picked up, I'd say, 5 or 6 Marines so far.
They've been consistently killing.
Consistently plinking a Marine, and when Marine's only got 1 wound, that's okay. That's okay. So overall, you've taken a few casualties. We're looking at this, and this. There's a few casualties, but you've got reinforcements.
I do have more forces.
And
whether or not they do anything is a different question.
You've still got... I haven't touched your anti-tank at all.
Yet.
So I've tried, but I tell you what. At first, I hated the Artificer armor. Now,
you understand.
I understand it.
Yeah.
It's a necessary thing in the game. And
it's not free.
And I actually think I like it. Can Death Guard take Artificer armor?
Every Marine can take Artificer armor.
Oh, baby. Oh, Chansey, you are awakening things within me.
I think Death Guard get feel no pain as well.
No way.
I think so.
You know, I have 170 Plague Marines.
Yeah.
Well, they're 30k ones.
Yeah. Oh, we can check in a bit.
They've got not just bolters, there's a lot of Volkai, Plasma.
Yeah. Well, the normal Volkai squads are quite expensive, but...
That's okay. You can take 20 tactical marines in a squad, can't you?
Yes, but 20 tactical marines are just bolters.
I take one. I take one of them. Yeah. Just for a brick of bolts.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, anyway, let's go over to Dark Age Return 2. I think that it's time for the pain train, because I think there's going to be some moving, shooting, and, dare I say it, assaulting. So let's find out what happens in Dark Age Return 2. We'll be back at the end of what the equivalent of movement and command is. Dark Angel Turn 2 movement is completed. They rallied, but are still pinned.
Yeah, they are still pinned.
They are still pinned. Everything else came forward. Did you check if you had metal bombs on them?
Oh, shoot. No, I didn't.
You might have a metal bomb. But basically I got to do, because of my alien curio, I got to do 2 reactions. So I've not... They don't have a metal bomb. Okay, so relying on crack grenades. But the thing is, my alien curio, it turns out, is way more useful as a reaction thing than as a rolling to see if I get anything special thing. So I'm kind of just not doing the roll at the moment, which feels a bit cheesy, but it's mostly because I forgot last turn. So I'll remember it in my turn 3. Maybe every other turn is a curio turn. But
as he gets bored, he gets...
Yeah, exactly. He's still looking at the last picture that he found. So I did get to do 2 reactions though, and I moved 3 inches away from here. I can't move with him. He's not got initiative value, so that would have been cheating.
Yeah, the tank couldn't move yet.
So
It
that.
has to have been infantry.
Yeah, and that was.
So, do you want to move infantry squad?
They'll do. Whoa! I will. I'll do an advance, and I'll basically just.
Directly towards the thing that causes it.
There you go.
It's either directly towards or directly away.
It's going to screen you out a bit.
Basically, front towards friend.
I'm just going to screen you out a bit.
Ho ho ho! You think I'm not going to charge them?
No, I need to withdraw because you're going to double charge me, and then I'm going to disappear. Withdraw! Withdraw!
Ho ho ho!
I don't want to be double charged.
You forgot that that's the only way I can score points is by killing your infantry.
Yeah, there was quite a funny moment when Chansey was like, "Ah, excellent, the Malkador is in charge range." You went, "Yeah, it's not worth any points." You went, "Fuck." So I've withdrawn over here, and I've withdrawn over here. I think you can probably still get our charge.
Still make the charge just.
Okay,
Well, probably easier than just, but.
okay.
Right, so we're going to go in shooting.
Shooting. Do the importance of first and ship munchers off camera.
Important stuff first. Let's just shoot the main blade.
Las cannons.
Oh, nice.
So the las cannons, which did really well on Snapfire last time.
And now hitting you on.
Twos. Okay, so this is where you roll all ones.
Yeah,
This is your way.
I think it's. Oh. I will double check and get the other.
He's double checking. So it's
No,
these
it should be. They hit all threes normally,
plus what?
but there's a Centaurian with them who gives them +1 to hit.
Excellent. So these guys shoot my Baneblade. All right, let's see what happens. No, he's done good on the hits.
So all hits.
You get to re-roll your wounds.
I do to see if I pen your face.
Yes. But any 5 and 6s to pen because you don't do lances.
Yep.
Oh god, it's 3 pens! Ah, it's 4 penetrated! Damn this third line!
Right,
Damn
so
this third
That's
line!
4 whole points just gone.
Yeah,
And then, let's roll them one by one just for suspense.
for dramatic effect.
For dramatic flair.
Okay.
So first one, fuck all. Screw shaken. Dead.
It's dead.
You kabloom.
Do I do damage to people around me or?
The vehicle is destroyed. Blah 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 blah. That's to do with flyers.
Blah blah blah.
Nearby units suffer a strength 8 AP nil hit for each model within D6 of the vehicle's hull, and any unit suffers 1 or more hits from the effect must take an immediate single pinning test, no matter how many exposure results are inflicted upon the
It's
unit.
just going to be the.
And then once all resolved, the vehicle is removed.
It's just going to be the levy.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
So, I'll roll a D60 how many it is. It's 5 inches, so it might be a few of them.
Yeah. Props. Props.
Oh no.
Oh no. It's so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The Baneblade is gone. The Pride of Mordian is gone.
Good.
Oh, it's dead.
And it's actually, it fully explodes. It just needs more.
Oh, okay.
Because that resolved.
It wasn't glanced to death or hull pointed to death, as it were.
If it's hull points to death, if it's
It
hull
stays.
points to death, it just stays.
Okay.
So, 2s.
Probably.
And then you get your saves. So, we have 10 wounds. 10 saves, sir.
10 of the mightiest flak armors.
All 5 ups of them.
That's not so bad.
Ain't bad.
7 dead, and then a pinning test. Ugh.
Leadership.
Nah, we're alright.
There you are, Gucci.
It's
You
prop.
know what?
The turret goes and lands up here. Because I did say it was found in a Soviet storage yard.
You can say which storage yard.
There we go.
Excellent.
And
The
then
big scary tank
was
is
it
dead.
set? Was it 10 dead?
Yeah, it's 10 days.
Take the nearest ones. There we go. But we're not pinned.
You're not pinned. This is very good for you. But now it puts me in a conundrum.
Right.
Do I charge you? Do I shoot you with the dreadnought and potentially lose the ability to charge you?
That sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
Or do I just charge you with the dreadnought? Because I have to shoot the charging charge
Oh, right.
target.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
shoot one and then go for another.
Yeah.
So while I think about that, because I do actually need to think about that one,
Okay.
Don't think they can do anything in the circle.
I mean, the most of it's bolters, right? So why don't we come back with the bolters? We'll come back after all the bolters have been, and then you can have a little think about that. Because that was the main show, right?
That was a big kaboom, and it was glorious.
The pride of Mordia has gone, unfortunately.
Good riddance.
F in the chat, boys. F in the chat. So we've done the rest of the Dark Angels turn shooting phase, I should say. Done the rest of the Dark Angels shooting phase off camera. I ended up losing my discipline officer. The snap-firing Volkite boys managed, thanks to their extra wound thingy, was able to actually get discipline master. So their leadership 6.
Leadership as well.
They only lost like 4 or 5 guys, so I think they're okay.
Yeah, no, they're fine.
So you need to do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
You did fire bolt pistols, so you do have a chance to charge here. You didn't fire here because you want to charge here. And the Malkador died. The Dreadnought, you ummed and ahed about it, but you ended up going for this. Now I tanked the palm, the Iron Man style palm melter, but then the proper melter gun went ape. It was an explosion, and you actually blew my storm bolter off here as well.
It was just that good a blast.
It was that good a blast. So yeah, this feels, I was just saying to Chancey off camera, this feels very familiar from 7th edition 40k, where it all feels very good for the Guard until the Marines or non-Guard factions get close, and then even when you've done loads of damage, they just go through like a hot knife through butter.
I think it could still go either way.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting, but I do think that we're going to have the assault phase now. I could lose another vehicle or two because third line is actually really fucking me. It's like, oh, that's a glance. No, that's 2 penetrating hits.
To be fair, it was allowed, let's be honest, if it wasn't a third line tank, you wouldn't be able to feel this much attack.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. All right, shall we go over to the assault phase then? Where do you want to start?
I don't mind. Shall we start here, because it's a nice simple charge.
Okay.
So I am charging out of difficult terrain, which
Now,
means I take 2 off.
Can I overwatch? I reacted fire. I returned fire with them and killed one. So can you overwatch and reactive fire?
Overwatch or hold the line.
What's the difference?
Overwatch is self-explanatory.
Shoot.
And it isn't hitting on 6s.
Interesting.
It's not that bullshit.
That's good.
Hold the line basically means that I lose my charge bonuses.
Well, but you're going to be higher base initiative than me anyway.
My charge bonuses, I get more attacks rather than higher initiative.
No, I'll shoot you.
Shoot me?
I'll shoot you. Yeah, for sure. Because you would get less attacks if you were dead.
Yes.
That's a better word.
This is true. So I'm gonna roll to see if I get charge anyway. So
Okay. You should be in range. Adding 4, you can't fail.
I need a 6. Minus 2 due to difficult terrain.
Oh, okay.
So I'll roll over here for you if you want.
Sure. So is that a fail?
That's a fail.
So I still have to shoot you though?
You still get to shoot me.
Okay. Interesting. Do you not add your initiative bonus?
Only if it's only a certain. It's my movement bonus.
Yeah.
Which is, I calculate, but it's only if I'm over movement 7. And
Okay.
This would have got a bonus.
Okay, interesting. So, all right, well,
Marines flub.
your Marines,
Maybe about to die.
I don't think you'll lose them all, but these guys get hold on. The Militia hold on for another turn! Well, honestly, I need more of these motherfuckers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 24 shots. So we've got 4, 4, 4, and then 4, 4, 4. All right, here we go. First volley. Second volley.
So it's your normal business.
1 man. Well, that's 5 to hit. Oh, I've hit quite a lot.
You're up.
The discipline of the Mordian first on display.
It's the beginning of the premiere, the pedigree.
1, 2. Just 2 wounds. Just 2 wounds. Maybe enough. No, not quite. But it was the volume of fire that held you back.
Yes.
That's what I like to imagine
I
anyway.
took a lot of shots to the face, went, nope.
Nope, don't like that. So you just stumble forward. Yeah, it died.
I was going to say, did the turret just blast off and land at that?
It turret tossed. So you just stumble forward a bit, do you?
Yeah, I basically don't mind
You're claiming you've got a
No, sadly not. Sadly not.
Sadly not, no.
Also, to be honest, it didn't do very much, so even if I did have it, it wouldn't influence it.
Oh, you say that, it did do some stuff. So
To be fair,
give me credit. Yes.
the answer is yes.
Yes.
So how does the charge over here work?
Well, it's fucking impossible for me to fail this.
Are you sure?
It should.
It is you.
You don't get any reactions now.
I don't think I could reaction fire with that anyway, could I?
You would have been able to use defensive weapons if you had it.
I have none.
You have none. But because you've used your assault phase reaction,
Yes.
you now can't react.
That's fair.
Just roll and see if I get to you.
Yes.
I get to you. Who would have guessed? So,
Do you want to move some guys in around
yeah,
here?
can do. It doesn't particularly matter. Just in base contact.
So is it like one guy with a crack grenade gets to like place it on the hull or something?
So it should. I believe it is every single one of them. But I will double check that when we start rolling.
Okay, what about this? Is there one more charge?
Yes, they're going to charge over. These
Okay.
guys are going to have a bit of a harder time because they're big, slow, and fat.
Okay.
They might not make it.
Is there any minuses or anything?
No, because they're movement 5. It's between 5 and 7. There's no modifier.
Okay. So you're okay.
Yeah, 5. So squad gets it.
You do make it. Right. We'll move those in. We'll check the crack grenade rules, and then we will do the 2 chopper choppers. I think these guys will chew through these fine, but we just have to check. Do you hit front, side, rear, or whatever it may be?
They always hit rear.
Okay.
I have checked that.
Okay.
It's just crack grenades themselves because I don't have to use them.
Okay, fair enough. Well, we will be back uno momento. So we've checked crack grenades, and it says a unit with this may choose a model to basically place a crack grenade. So we think it's one model. That's how it was done in 7th edition 40k. It seems pretty much like the same way as that, but we're going to play it that way. But dear viewers, correct us down in the comment section. It's a bit of a learning game for both of us today.
Well, I don't normally charge tanks with tactical marines.
No, exactly.
Well,
So
I mean, left it away where I need to do this.
yeah. Now I stayed still, so I think you just hit me.
That doesn't matter.
Not in this game. Okay, that's fine.
It used to be auto hits in 5th if I remember correctly.
But
I don't
not-
think that matters now. So I just need to make a roll.
What do you hit me on?
I will hit you on freeze.
Okay.
Oh, your weapon skill 1 because you're a tank.
I don't have.
Then your class is weapon skill 1.
So hit me on a 2.
I think so, yeah. Because we have a chat for this.
Well, roll it and see if it makes a difference.
It will make a
You
difference.
made no difference. So you hit. Now you need to see if you can hurt me.
And your rear armor 10.
Probably. That's a penetrating hit.
Yes.
That is. But you can't destroy me because you've got no pen value. You can only upset me. I am upset.
You are very upset.
I am upset. So I have taken a hull point, and that's the damage. I probably have 3 hull points on a Russ,
Possibly.
but we will put. We know we've taken at least 1, and I can correct it off camera if needs be.
Yeah.
Now.
So we go over to here where the big meeting.
This is what I would call the fucking ink, and I feel like I'm going to have a bad time.
So we'll start with the Centaurian.
Right.
As he's probably going to do more.
Okay. Now, because I have a squadron, you get to damage both vehicles, but I pick which order it happens
Go to the
in.
one that I'm in combat with.
It's a unit.
Then it might overflow.
So we check this when you with for shoot. I don't know if it's in melee, but in shooting, I just got to pick who died, but you could do multiple vehicle destroys.
If you blew up a vehicle that you're not in melee with.
So we double checked it, and it has squadrons rules for movement, squadron rules for being shot at, and squadron rules for the squadron shooting, but there's no squadron rules for assault.
Correct.
So what we believe works is you're just attacking the one vehicle, not both.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's something that we're not. I don't seem like I'm getting a couple of rules going my way, but we're not trying to cheese it in that way. We've checked the rulebook, and that's how we can both see
I
it.
don't normally interact with vehicles in this way.
I'm making you do a lot of firsts.
You're making you do a lot of firsts.
But this is a good look. It's good to have a game where you do something a bit different.
Yeah.
Because now you can judge things, even if you don't play guard again, you can judge what these guys can do against a rear armor 10 vehicle.
Right, so I'm going to do something really fucking terrifying.
Okay.
I have a melter bomb.
Okay, let's metal bomb this bit.
It's melted bombs plural, and it's listed on my weapon, so I presume I use it as my number of attacks.
What does the rule for metal bombs say?
Melee, detonation, unwieldy, which means it'll go last.
Okay.
Armor bane, melee, instant death.
So I don't know, but do you what are you saying, like 5 metal bombs? 5. Right.
Maybe.
We'll check some. Let's check some metal bomb rules out and see what happens, because it'd be cool to see if they can go like full send metal bomb. So we check the metal bomb rules, and you can use one per guy who's got a metal bomb. So Chansey can actually attack with everyone who's got metal bombs, but it's under. We're learning to the Heresy rules. You have to read them because there's a lot of like detail to them. So it doesn't say anywhere that metal bombs are 1 attack each until you get to the detonation special rule, and that's where it says you can only use them against vehicles or monsters. You can't like place a melting bomb on a militia man's face and just like melt him. And it specifically states there you can only do 1 attack per guy. So the reason we're highlighting that is because for anyone that comes across this scenario in the future, you find it under detonation. All right, so you're still going for it though,
Because it's better than the sword.
because it's better than the sword. So you've got
Hits.
loads of them, haven't you?
No, only the captain has it.
Ah, okay. So now 2d6. You penetrated my armor,
Penetrate it anyway.
even because you full pen.
AP1, so +2 to the roll.
Yeah.
6.
Immobilized.
So immobilized.
I'm immobilized.
And now the rest of the squad will auto hit you.
Does it happen simultaneously or at the same?
Initiative.
You're hitting on fucking 2s, man. It won't make any difference. But, well, does the metal bomb go last? Yes.
You are correct.
It does. So you still have to roll to hit me. It's all right. It's all right. We were just wanted to see what the metal bomb did. That's
We got excited. Like,
we got excited about the metal bomb.
Right.
It is da bomb.
Now, bomb indeed.
Yeah.
So I have a Order Sector, who is the guy in charge, who's got nice wings on his hat.
Okay.
He will be hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 2s. He's done it.
He's done it. He's only gone and fucking done it.
Strength.
He is strength 6.
So force to pen because I don't have glances.
Well, and I'm rending on a 5-up.
Okay. Live! Okay, who else? Who wants some? Okay, we got same again basically from the rest of the squad.
But the rest of the squad, yeah.
Okay, so hitting on 2s. Are these also big rents?
These are also all the big swords. So all but 1 hits.
Drops 1, and then 4s again.
Correct, and 5s are AP.
Yeah, you're just going to glance me to death, I think, but we'll see. Yeah, he's dead. He's gone.
Yeah, it's dead.
He's gone. I guess you want to see if he explodes, though.
Well, that's the thing.
Please roll that many. So the rending ones are AP. Are they all AP something?
The rending ones become AP2.
Okay. So you
That
don't.
matters.
Yeah, so you don't need to roll the AP3
Don't need to
ones.
roll those ones. These
but
ones matter.
Yeah, if you get 6, I detonate.
No.
No, you just can't.
I do carve it up. And because the unit has cataphractic Terminator armoring,
Yeah.
they're slow as fuck, so they don't consolidate or anything.
Okay, that's fair. So you just go in, chop the bejesus off me, and then there we go.
I effectively visualise just one of them just going stab.
Yeah, they know exactly. They could. The armor's so thin, they can just like with their visors just see exactly where the crew is. So there's like,
It's actually just metal mesh.
yeah, it's a training tank. It's super light. It's just like bounce.
Made of wood.
Yeah. It's third line, baby.
Third line.
It's third line.
That's the charge phase, unfortunately. It's a bit disappointing.
It was all right. It's interesting coming from 40k. We both would have tabled each other by now.
Yeah. Well,
But now we actually have things to shoot and things happen. Okay.
That's the end of the charge phase for Dark Angels.
End of the charge for Dark Angels. So let us now go over to guard turn 3. Guard / Imperialis Militia turn 3. Movement and command has been completed. I started off by going, I wonder what this alien curio does. And I rolled a 2. I had to pick a enemy or friendly unit within 12 inches to take a bunch of strength 8 hits. I picked the rhino that I was inside. and I ended up glancing / penning myself to death. And so we like to imagine that he just pressed a button and a nanovirus just came out of this like orb, ate the rhino, just left the guards and just sort of like sprawled on the ground like,
what happened?
Most curious.
I wonder what this next button does.
It's like, sir, please stop.
I've only just got past the murderous rage.
I've only just got past the pure uncut friend zone. That was the first alien curio. It wasn't cut with anything, and now it's and then he's just released a nanovirus. Honestly, best warlord trait ever. So good.
I'm gonna be honest, the fact that you'll be able to move and advance when you needed to has also been quite major for your life.
Yeah.
That's actually helped you a couple of times. It helped you shoot me twice at the start.
Yeah. So we stayed still with pretty much everything else because the plan is we just want to try and kill these 2 squads if possible. That would be ideal because if we can kill, or at the very least maybe kill like this unit and this pod and this unit and this pod. That's kind of the plan. Just keep picking up those kill points where we can, and then over here we're going to try and do something to these Terminators. Now we've corrected a mistake. They've got 2 wounds each, not 3 wounds each. So when one got eaten by demons in the deep strike, he is actually dead now. So there's only a few to deal with.
Well, is he either eaten by demons or he teleported in upside down with his head in the ground?
Yeah, he teleported with his head inside his own ass. That's what
That might have also happened at the same time.
I did fall back over here. Just they're not going to do anything to a unit like this, and the reality is I just want to try and do a little bit of victory point denial here. And at the end of the day, they're militiamen.
Tim, this is not 40k.
Well, the thing is, if it was 40k, I'd be pushing forward because in 40k
You get to rear.
and you get no punishment for lose. You can lose 95% of your army and still win.
Yeah, I know.
Whereas in this, it's like actually having a bit of
You've got to conserve your units to a little bit.
force preservation. Yeah.
Unfortunately, my entire strategy relies on me being in your face, getting in your grave,
Yeah.
and dying for my sin.
Yeah. So we're going to go over to a bit of shooting now. Probably do a bit on camera and then a bit off camera. So I think what we'll do is we'll go for this Grenadier squad first, and they're going to fire into here. So we've got a plasma gun and a plasma pistol. Very elite. So the sergeant's killed himself. We've wounded, but it's not breaching.
Okay, free up.
You're okay. So I've lost my own men for my troubles.
His face exploded.
And then we've got 7 guys with rifles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
With rifles.
Las rifles. Las guns, not
Aren't they
rifles.
rapid fire?
Yeah, so 2 shots each.
Oh, is that? Oh, right, yeah. I thought that was. My brain was
1,
like, that's a lot,
2,
that's a lot for
3,
7.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So we'll just do a few. So they're the hits, and see if we can get a few wounds. 3 wounds.
3 wounds, 3
3
wounds.
3 ups, please.
2 up, so I'm going to put this on the sergeant. So, 1.
That's what you get. That's what you get, you artificing cunt. So you lose 2 guys. And then I'm going to go for a couple of bolters here. One's in rapid fire range, one's not. So the first bolter, so it's a twin link bolter.
Yeah.
Reroll both of those.
That's a relief.
2 hits.
Is that weapon skill free then?
Yeah.
Skill free.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
I don't get a discount for it.
Oh, it's just your levy that is shy.
Yeah. So 1 wound, please. You're okay. And the next one. 1 wound, please. You're
good.
okay. So I'm going to fire.
Lovely getting my saber free up.
Yeah, and actually getting it. Yeah. I'm going to get all of these guys. So it was 24 last time, so it'll be 24 this time. 1, 2. Oh, well, that's 4. That's half. So we'll roll this twice. So hitting on 5s. Come on, conscripts.
Do your jobs.
They actually really wanted it. Look at that.
Die for the Emperor. What?
Well, they're making you die for him.
Die for the War Master.
They're making you die for him. 1 wound from the first volley. No, you're okay. And then another 5.
Oh, now they're doing something.
Well, they look. It's just a cluster. Oh yeah, there we go.
Now they're doing
There we go.
something. Just for funsies. One lives.
Hey, there you go. So we've still got a couple to deal with, but we've got another Grenadier squad here, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
That's what still. You want them dead.
Got to get rid of them.
I can respect that.
Yeah, got to get rid of them. So white is plasma pistol. So the guy has killed himself, but he has got an AP3, so that's a dead un. But it's breaching.
Mother.
That is a dead un. He took himself out with it, but he got him in the end.
It's because he was trying to do some fancy trick with it, weren't he?
Yeah, he was.
Upside down and then he just spilt on his arm.
Now this has put me in a slightly awkward position because there's one guy. Oh, panic test.
The rest of the squad?
That's everyone shot. Oh no, rifles. Rifles.
The rest of the squad?
Yeah. So I've got 14 rifle shots. So first half here. Oh wow, look at the elite discipline. One wound from the first volley and 2 wounds second, 3 wounds in total, three up saves on this one man. He's dead.
What I got on the other two?
Yeah, he's very dead. Very dead. So he's goners. So that's another squad dealt with. All of the infantry managed to do something. That's good.
There is nothing more powerful than the humble infantryman
And his rifle. It's true. It's true. Now, we are going to fire this squadron into this unit right here. Okay.
This is going to go how I expect.
Demolisher cannon is going to go.
Better there if you're trying to get the boat.
No, but I want to be a little bit further back for scattering purposes.
Scattering purposes, okay.
Oh, Nuncio Vox.
So you'd be over the top of him.
Yeah. Nuncio Vox.
Allows you to reroll, yeah.
Didn't need it.
So 4 Marines.
4 Marines. And these will just be splatted. Artificer armor.
Yes, in that squad, maybe? Yes, the guy with the pistol.
Well, you may not want to take it on him, as he would be dead. So you could take 1 normal deader and then 2 artificers.
I'll take 2 artificers.
Very good. And then 1 dead.
And then 1 splat.
1 splat.
Splat.
And then we've got a laser cannon.
A laser cannon.
It's a miss.
It's a miss.
And we've got this guy's going to fire everything in here.
The laser cannon, the last cannon does have cone on them, I think.
Yeah. I think it's just front arc.
It is front. It's like
Yeah.
a 45-degree front arc.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say you can see me.
Okay, so autocannon first. Okay, we've got a hit. No wound, but that's okay because it allows. It's vanking time, baby.
Banking time.
Let's try again because I get to re-roll. No, the vanquishes. God damn it! I thought these were way better on paper. Not in the last kind of man. The Vanquish has done nothing. Lesson.
They are better on paper, and they're actually proved by competent soldiers.
Yes, maybe that is the case.
There's a reason we don't talk about the Mordian first.
Yeah. So now I really need to think about what I want to do with these 3. And truth be told, I think that I am going to. I think I'm going to go for them.
You're going to go for the inductite.
They're out in the open. These guys will get cover, and scattering is advantageous over here.
Yeah, that's true.
So
who are you going on, sir?
So boom.
That guy there.
That guy there. Okay, so
You've got 4 of them.
my Vox can't see you, so
Can't see me with the
no
boxes, sir. No rerolls.
no nuncio.
No naughty rerolls.
First one, cock. First one, direct hit.
4.
Second one,
Cocked.
right. Come on, man. Here we go.
Scattering that way.
Scattering that way. A lot, but maybe onto the pod. I think that's just going to be the pod at 7 inches.
What's the modifier?
-3 to that, so it goes 7 inches from the back guy.
Yeah, right onto the pod.
Onto the pod, and then the last one,
Same direction.
bang on.
Done though. So 8 wounds.
8 wounds.
8 wounds to roll. Quiet.
So they all wound. I'm not breaching or anything, so you will get 8 3-up saves. But this will be pinning.
Tim,
Yeah.
I got 8 saves to make. My
Yeah.
rolls today.
We'll see. Lost 3.
Lost 3. Actually, you only got that.
You don't have hard fist armor on them, do you?
Oh no, I don't.
There you go. And then we've got the las cannons. 1 hit. 1 more dead, please. From a las cannon hit.
Anyone shooting into them, mate?
No, that's everything from that squad.
Alrighty, do they cook themselves?
So do you want, which are you doing first? Pinning or morale?
Pinning.
Pinning first.
Mummy
They're fine.
hits.
Morale, they're below...
It wouldn't matter on that thing.
Okay.
It's only in melee where the modifiers kick in. Not that it matters.
No, it's more a case of can they still rally if they're super fucked?
Yeah, they can still rally.
Is it down to if you're on last man?
No, they're still able to rally.
Okay. No, I think you can still rally, but it's like it's harder, isn't it? We'll look at it.
I think it's if you're charged while you're fleeing, the unit break, it just goes.
Ah, okay. So they're running 9.
Fucking over here.
Well, they might rally and then be safe, which is not a bad thing.
They won't because there's nothing blocking the line of sight.
And then drop pod.
Forced to glance. Forced to kill it. No. Forced to glance. No.
No, nothing. There we go.
Those tanks still doing work.
They're still doing work. Still doing work. Everything.
Classico. It is
The El Clasico. It still does its job. All right. We've got all of this stuff. I'm just going to do it off camera, just for speed purposes. We'll see how many are left by the time we're done. Okie croaky, and after the dust has settled, we have got a Terminator and a character left, and you passed your decent test.
Yes.
It's been such an eye-opening and interesting game because, like, I rolled ridiculously lucky with the autocannons. I got 3 6s on the rending with the autocannon, so suddenly you're on like a 4 pinburn. And I just like slotted a Terminator, got another one like a las cannon. So it was really interesting seeing the Exterminator tank did quite well against you. And then the squad that had all the plasma, which in my mind, they were the key to the whole thing, did nothing. Did absolutely nothing. Because plasma is only AP at best 3. And it always was back in the day, but I've got so used to it being anti-Terminator to 8th and 9th and 10th edition of 40k that it's really messing with my head that plasma isn't anti-Terminator, it's anti-marine. And so
because they changed. The armor saves just changed.
honestly, do you know what I'd do? I would go Melter over plasma with these grenadiers.
Well, don't you remember that melters were often more popular like this?
Yeah, but I'd forgotten.
The reason was
It's like Total Recall. I'd forgotten it all, and now it's all. I am you.
you're beginning to remember.
yeah.
Like, your armour, your standard field infantry can't deal with tanks.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with them? You
Melter.
gun.
Yeah. It's wild. It's really interesting. So overall with that turn, I'm pretty happy with how things went. I've dealt with that squad, but I still need to deal with their pod to get the points for them. That squad's pretty done, but I still need to finish them off and get that pod. If I do that, I'll have like quite a few units in the bank plus first blood. And then it really comes down to how many of my actual scoring units can you go for?
I haven't killed a single one of your scoring units.
Not yet.
Not ever by the rate it's going.
No, I think you could just walk over here and bolt them to death.
Possibly. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's interesting. So I'm doing, but what do I get 1 point for the unit and the transport, or is it 2 points?
Yeah.
So I've only got 2 points. And I've got 3 from first blood, I'm guessing.
I can't remember if first actually gives anything except bragging rights.
Okay. But
Always important.
you got 1 for the Lord of War.
I did get one for the Lord of War, yes.
So it's pretty close. But I will say the Marines are looking a bit thin.
They're looking very thin.
If you look past the optical illusion, which is the 6 million drop pods, it's like, but there's still this, and you've still got 10 more to go.
Yeah.
That's the biggie.
Yeah.
You've still got 10 more to go.
Which could still, I think it's leaning in the favour of the
Militia.
the guards of Mordia, the Mordian first.
The Mordian first. But I've had an extra turn over you.
You have had an extra turn over me, but that if I can maybe get a few good shoots in, I think I might be able to pull something out of it.
I still think it's very much to play for, just because I'm just so strangely fragile. Like that one unit there, I wouldn't be surprised if they went pop, 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 pop.
Possibly.
Because they just go glancing on a 5, 4 rerolls, bam, 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 and they just hammer it down the
I
line.
just need to roll well, because if I hit them with the las cannons and I roll well with it, then yeah, they'll probably die.
Just roll 6s, bro.
Just roll 6s.
Just roll 6.
Don't you do this to me.
Just roll 6s, bro. But lessons I'm taking from this is I'm not that bothered about plasma, but I'm all about that las cannon and that fucking melter. If I was going forward, I'm looking at Gravis Las on every tank. Gravis Las on every tank. I'm looking at Melter on every single squad. That's what's going through my head right now. But we haven't got that now. We'll have to raid the armory some more to get that stuff.
We'll have a look at the solo auxiliary kits.
Yeah, yeah. We are an industrial stronghold. Maybe a few batches come for the home guard.
Yeah,
just saying. That's what we are. We're the home guard. There we go.
So that's why one of them was called Pike.
Yes. Governor Pike. There we go.
Governor Pike.
Governor Pike.
Governor Mannering.
They don't like it up 'em, sir. They don't like it up 'em. All right. I don't know Dad's Army well enough, to be honest. I need to rewatch it. I've watched a few episodes. I need to rewatch it. Let's go over to your turn, and we'll do a summary Dark Angel turn because I think it's going to be a bit of charging, and we can just summarise that at the end. There we go.
Some decisive moments, but that's about it.
Exactly. We're dropping the occasional summary in there because if it's something we've seen before, we can just summary it. Whereas if it's like we hadn't really had a turn seeing the whole guard gun line open up, so we gave that one big turn, but then we don't need to do that again. Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Let us know what you think of this combined summary and not summary format down in the comment section. All right, we'll be back in a moment. Quick summary of the Dark Angels move because things have happened. There's a deep strike assault. My God.
The assault marines were finally arrived. They finally got out of the Thunderhawks. They remembered that they don't care about the Codex Astartes.
Yeah.
Who the hell does?
Now you almost scattered badly.
I did.
But then you Nuncio Voxed from over here, and he was able to reroll, so you got a direct hit. And this is very different to what I was expecting. You can actually assault after deep striking.
Yes.
Which is crazy. I just presumed that wouldn't be a thing.
The drop pods don't, and the reason why the drop pods didn't is because what the drop pods are doing is they're disembarking.
Right.
And the drop pods moved, so you can't charge after disembarking.
Interesting. So I'm in danger here.
You are in danger.
I'm in danger. Going for the head of the snake,
Possibly
as it
going for
were.
the head of the snake. At the end of the day, I want those certain pictures for myself.
You want the alien
I
curios.
want them for the book.
Well, you know what?
Oh fuck!
I've got that for my alien curio.
Oh no, that might be good.
I don't think I can do it on you here because this would have been in.
No, that's not the blast them boys, but it's the Rage 2 and Furious Charge one.
I'm angry.
You are as angry.
I'm angry. Okay. I did try and intercept you with these guys, but unfortunately I didn't do any. I did 4 wounds, but you just passed all your saves. Shame.
Elsewhere, I pushed up with my infantry here to try and make a bit of pressure. These guys have moved up, they're going to make some crispiness. I've pushed up with some more Marines. They've sacked and done nothing. They've continued running away.
Oh, one more to go.
And then they come out again, basically. And I've pushed forward with Courswain and also activated their shields. So we will see how that goes. They're probably about to die. And the Dreadnought has obviously gone 1 and 4.
I feel like I feel this turn, my lines buckle. I think
your line was buckling last turn.
I think it buckles.
It will either now break or hold.
No, it's gonna. Well, I think my line will break then, because I think dead, shot, dead.
We will find out.
I suspect there will be some deadiness, but we'll see how many. Any survivors could get inside me rhinos, and that could be quite good. So we'll see. We'll be back at the end of your whole turn. I just thought that was interesting to highlight that. Turn 3 for the Dark Angels is completed. Deep strike down, shot, got shot back, lost artifice a man, charged in, butchered, I bonked one on the head, and then ran away.
Yeah.
That was good. Over here, predictably, I got kind of chopped up, but there were a few survivors that broke and fell back to here, but you can't pursue me because you are a cataphracty boy.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Big
slow.
slow boy.
A big slow boy. double one on the charge.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, not nice. The opinions are different in my camp.
But the good news is you did blow off both guns off this one guy and immobilized him.
Yeah, so it's just a hole.
He's just a hole. And then you killed the levy and were like, huzzah! And they broke him off the board. You're like, huzzah, they're worth points. And then we checked and they're expendable and they're worth no points. And so we've kind of worked out the total victory points of my army is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. If I top, it's the only way I can kill you is by killing your army.
Yeah, it's kind of mad. Everything else is just worth nothing. And we had a good laugh about it. We were like, why are you here? This planet is of zero strategic value.
It means something to me.
It's a blood feud. It's a personal vendetta, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a strategically important vendetta.
This is true.
Yeah, there we go.
Heresy was a time of great turmoil.
Exactly. So we're going into Militia turn 4. I'm guessing 6 turns in the game.
I think it's 5 and then you roll.
Okay. Well, if depending on time, we might leave.
It's going to be decided by the end of turn 4.
Yeah. So so my plan going into my turn, and we'll do a summary turn. My plan is probably just to run away into the transports.
You monster!
Yeah, and just you can beat in the face of a bunch of unstrategically important tanks for a few turns.
You absolute monster.
Look, I didn't make you come here. I'm just defending this planet. As far as I'm concerned, we were loyal. You were the one that suspected us of disloyalty. I never said I was disloyal.
You had a book.
I didn't bring a rogue psyker. I didn't take any of the weird bloody...
I heard that you had a book.
Had a book.
You're not allowed a book.
No, you wanted the alien curios.
Oh, yeah.
That's all you wanted.
The Emperor told us that we had to control all of the forbidden things.
Do you know what to make it on a serious note, it does kind of make sense. If this governor is famous for his quite powerful alien curios, like he literally nanite disassembled a rhino in front of his own eyes.
It's probably either a mixture of Xenos tech or Dark Age tech. At which point the Dark Ages would still be.
The Dark Ages are going to be like in the hands of a random planetary governor, this is worthless. In the hands of the Dark Angels, it could turn the tide of the war.
It could aid in the liberation of Calabat.
And they probably asked him, hand them over, and he was like, my fine wares. I've spent my entire life collecting these things.
I don't think it was. I think it was less asked about when. Give it.
And he was like, well, I'm in command here. You are merely a captain. I am a Lord Governor.
Meanwhile, in orbit.
Yeah. So
what's taking Corsair so long?
Yeah, that to me feels very Astartes, because they often were quite above the humans that they led.
They did view the humans as below them.
Yeah, and it makes sense in the way the Dark Angels like to operate, which is we'll take what we want, and it's for the great.
The Emperor's ordained destroyers.
Yeah, we're the First Legion. If you say no to the First Legion, we only ask once.
Yeah.
The Lord Governor may not have realised the weight of refusal. He probably was just like, oh, no, these are mine. He may not have realised the weight of that. Of his dismissive.
We're bringing this world back to compliance.
Yeah. It's so it's kind of cool. Like, that's what I love about this game. Is it really feels like we're building the story as the game is going along, and so destroying the units here means very little to you, but so you've kind of got the alien curios now. He's run off with them, but still, maybe he dropped a few on the way out.
Maybe.
So I feel like you've kind of achieved your narrative goal, and my narrative goal now is just to, as always, just to try and defend our planet. Defend our planet, yeah, exactly. All right, let's head over to. We'll do a summary of Guard turn 4. Imperialis Militia turn 4 was fast and furious. We got inside our trams. I forgot, I want to move those.
God damn it.
So, we got inside our transport.
I'm teaching you the ways of heresy for the purity of it. Don't fall for the dark side.
The governor's left. So they're just like bugging out. They're bugging out. Leave the weekend warriors to hold the line. We're bugging out. That's it. leave the National Guard. The professionals are getting out of there. In terms of shooting, I killed this pod and two of them.
Yep.
Now, the reason I aimed for the pod was because I've killed the unit, but I need to kill the pod to get the victory point, because you need to kill both. So that's done.
So in the case of over here where Tim's killed another one,
I killed this pod as my... I put all these into that.
unfortunately the squad that's in it is over here still.
Yeah.
And we're wondering whether or not they'll run off and
Yeah.
die, and he gets the point.
That's it.
Rally, and then I hide them and they never.
I am relying upon you failing a leadership 8. If you fail leadership 8, then I will get an extra victory point.
Yes.
There we go. So we killed 2 pods, 2 in a circle, and then over here, we just lamped like 4 las cannons, 5 las cannons in this Terminator, and eventually he went to sleep. There's still 1 guy left. I don't know what his armor is. I'm guessing 2 up.
2 up, 4 up in
2 up 4. So we pooped a Demartia cannon shell out, which was good, but that didn't do anything. It was all of the las cannons here. I really should have run away with this, but I've shot you now, so I won't do that. But I really should have run away with that, because again, you have to kill this and them to get the points for it, because that's their dedicated transport. Yeah. There must be some mechanic, and please let us know down in the comment section. It feels like a great way of playing Militia if Blood Feud is used as like a fairly standard game. It feels like a fairly comfortable way, and not even a bad way outside of this mission, would be to go 2 bare bones squads of grenadiers, and then everything else go levy and go vehicles, because that way you only give up 4 victory points at most potentially, because you'd have 2 units, then the character, and then warlord. So interesting, but so far you have killed 1, 2, you've got 3 victory points, and I have got, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 victory points. 4 for the Terminators. So I'm ahead by 1.
You are ahead by 1.
I'm ahead by 1.
You likely have more surviving units as well, so you're possibly ahead by 2.
I might have Last Man Standing as well. But I don't... Who's your Warlord?
Horseway.
I might get him, but it's pretty iffy.
It's quite hard.
Yeah.
I've scheduled Warlord off, so that's another point for me.
I counted that. Yeah. This is... all your points came in this one epic deep strike assault.
Cheeky move
Yeah.
to try and just put you back.
I shouldn't have I shouldn't have disassembled my own Rhino, but there we go. Such is life. Such as the alien curios.
Because I'd have blown it up, and I might have driven over with the dreadnought gun punched.
Yes, very true. Which I imagine is going to happen now.
Punching might happen, yes.
Okay, let's go over to Dark Angel, turn 4. Dark Angel's turn 4 is completed. Over on the right flank, you came through here, and I was like, oh, I'm going to reactive move out of line of sight, so you can't see me, you can't charge me. And he went, yeah, that's not a thing, Tim, and charged me and killed me. We did check it, it wasn't a thing. And then over here, you jumped over here, jumped onto them, didn't quite kill all of them, but then broke them. And I was like, oh, I should do a reroll. And then you were like, well, you'll just stay in combat. And I was like, I want to run away, because then I can shoot you. So there's no fallback mechanic, is there?
No,
like in 40k.
Run away.
Yeah. So I chose to not use my discipline card as rule, and then to run away, and then he killed me. And then you were like, oh yeah, sweet, points for the discipline master. And I was like, I'm sorry, Chansey, I'm afraid I can't do that. And you were like, no, he's worth points, he's an infantry character. Let me just show you. Among the ranks, he is worth no victory points ever.
Why did I sign myself up to?
You can get, I told you can have 6. That's the most.
Final offer.
My final offer, you can get a total of 6. Over here, you did blast me out of my Rhino here with the Dreadnought, and then everyone shot into here, but it turns out Carapace armor is a hell of a drug.
It is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
I remember it well from the 5th edition days.
Yeah, so I just passed all my 4-up saves.
Yeah.
5-up saves I can't make worth dick, but 4-up saves apparently I'm quite good at.
Yeah.
But that's kind of interesting. So we've sort of, obviously I think you've got one more turn to clean up here.
See if I can get some more points in before.
Yeah, at the moment I think it's equals pequals, isn't it?
It's close.
Oh, you rallied.
Yes, I did
You
rally,
rallied.
and I've denied you the points.
You've
now.
tried. I'm going to try and get you.
You're going to try and get
I'm going to
me.
try and get you. But you'll have a cover save.
I do have a cover save,
So-
and that's snapshot.
That's snapshotting. Very good.
Something's dead.
Yeah, he
The
died.
one on the right can't see me.
I'd have to move, but as we've learned, battle cannons are speedy.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not ordnance, so they can just go. "Brrr." I was thinking, why would you ever take battle cannons? It's because they move and shoot no probs.
Yeah.
So that's cool. One thing that Chansey mentioned, and I'd love it if people could comment down below whether this is a thing or not, because you said it is for apothecaries. My discipline masters are a cadre. So you were like, well, you could take 12 in one slot if you wanted to, and then spread. It's 12 in a unit. It's 12 in a unit, and then you can. Then each discipline master goes off to his own thing. You won't have to deploy all 12 with one unit. If that's the case, that's really, really good. Because I took 2 in 2 separate HQ choices, but knowing that's not a thing could be really, really big.
Well, it's how the dreadnoughts for the Marines.
Yeah.
You can come into units of 3.
Yeah,
And you run them as a unit of 3. I mean, I need 2 more of these fuckers.
yeah,
But I could run them as a unit of 3, and they just arrive as a 3, and they just
yeah,
shut.
yeah. But the apothecaries can split off, though, is what you're saying.
Do the same thing as do tech priests.
Okay, so that's interesting. It's really, I'm going to look into that, because one of the things the reason I only took 2 blocks of levies was because I thought I could only get 2 discipline masters.
Yeah.
And if, honestly, the levies without this masters, as we've seen, are a bit, meh.
Traumatise me further?
Yeah, I think so. Because there's a provenance which makes levy squads not. It makes them count as not support units, so you can take them in your mandatory slots.
Yeah.
So I would be like, all levy, all discipline master, all third line tanks. The only points you could pick up would be my lord.
Yeah.
2 points in an entire 3,000 point. He's not happy.
I'm more amused, if anything.
It's
I didn't know that Tim was going to come here on the false premise of a trade.
to be fair, I've really, in a funny sort of way, kind of screwed myself by taking these grenadiers and stuff. They ended up.
allowed me to maybe possibly win.
I think you got a good chance, man.
I don't think I've got it.
I got one last turn, and I've got to try and get. Realistically,
Kill every unit that you can see. You've got to kill them. You've got to kill that guy because they're easy kills.
yeah, because no artificer armor here.
Well, not even that. There's no drop pod.
Yeah, so that
They
him.
want to die. That officer over there wants to die.
Yeah,
Then the problem is you've got all these drop pods back here still to die.
Yeah.
This one here. That squad, you're not going to kill both of them in one turn.
it's probably Courseway. Did he drop one in?
He drop podded in.
Oh,
He
right.
drop podded back here.
So really, it's my final turn. Can I kill those 2 bozos over there?
Yep.
This and this.
Yes.
And if I can achieve that, great. If I can't achieve it, I
have to then rush and try.
it is. Yeah, it is what it is. I think I'm ahead by like 1 point maybe now, 1 or 2, but it's very close. And honestly, I'm barely keeping a track because I'm just having a blast. I'm just having fun, and it has been. I've completely fallen head over heels in love with Heresy, man. It's so good.
Yeah.
The flavour. The rules are wacky and all over the place. The rulebook, it's a convoluted mess, let's be real here. But the amount of laughter we have had around this board as we've discovered another crazy yet flavourful interaction. Like the Marines desperately trying to find some value in this assault. And the guard being like, not here. Not here.
Not
Not here.
It's the Stargate. Obviously, it's the Stargate.
It's the Stargate. All right. We'll have a quick summary turn, guard 5, summary Dark Angel turn, and then that'll be that. Final militia turn has been completed, and relatively successful one. The Malgador came over here and just 3 lance cannon shots to the face of him.
Surprisingly,
Instant death.
killed him.
I have to say, it's remarkably refreshing just being able to double someone out.
Yep.
I truly think it's something that 40k needs back. You have all these like feel like, because you don't get feel no pain against that instant death either, do you? No. So
I invuln save.
Yeah.
But I did do the invuln save, failed them both.
You failed them, yeah. It speeds things up when you can just slot a character.
Yes.
And you don't have to roll a billion feel no pains. It's just, he's died. He got hit by a lads cannon. He's dead. It's a lads cannon. What do you think is going to happen? Yeah. So that was really refreshing. And then over here, I battle cannoned and then auto cannoned, and I killed most of the Marines, but one has broken. He has a pinning test to do, but don't worry about that. He is broken. Now that might be, we don't know, we're going to check, but
10 XP from this game.
in Old World, which I know is not this game, but in Old World, if you're fleeing at the end of the game, it counts as you being dead. Like, so we don't know if that's the case here, but it may be if he doesn't rally. Yeah. Well, he might need a double one because he's the last man standing.
He rallies.
He might need a double one because he's the last man standing.
I will double check.
We're going to double check. That's your rally roll. But it might be that I am clutching at many a straw, but we're going to check because it's a learning game and it's good to know. And then elsewhere, I moved forward here and just went boom, direct hit with the Demarsha cannon and took out both of those guys. And what's interesting is those are the Inducti. So I was expecting Chansey to be like Artificer armor for days, but he can't take Artificer armor on the Wish.com Marines. So I was actually able to get them. Honestly, it's quite nice just not having to fucking deal with Artificer armor. But I also think that it's actually, I fully see the value of Artificer armor, and I fully understand why it's there, because the difference between me killing the Inducti and me killing the other Marines is wild.
Do you want the good news or the bad news?
I want the bad news first.
He rallies.
Okay, the good news.
He rallies.
Okay. Okay, so he rallies, so he won't count for victory points for me. That's fair enough. So I guess we just have a quick Dark Angel turn to do.
We do indeed.
And can I just say, that last turn probably only took about 15 minutes. The first few turns have been took us ages because we were checking stuff. But
And there was lots to move, and there were a lot of things that had to be worked out.
But it
as
is-
the game's gone on.
it's one. I can see it now. This feels like a bit like Old World. When both sides start to get to grips with things, it just goes.
Yes.
It just goes. You just know.
It is clunky at times because there's a lot of nested rules, but honestly, my opinion of this game is it's just a smoother game,
It's.
or at least it feels smoother.
I think it has that sort of same, because the rules are relatively immersive, it has that sort of same natural inclination as Old World where you kind of muddle through stuff. So we weren't, there was like a, beginning of the game, we were discussing shooting across this, is it a 4-up or is it a 5-up? And we were like, well, between there's so much cover in the way, we'll call it a 4-up.
Yeah.
Because that felt natural. We weren't just shooting across this, which is just a pissant bit of ruin. There's a proper solid block here, and that might not be strictly correct. Maybe you could argue that one way or another, but we just agreed it feels really, really dense, so we'll treat it as heavier cover. Yeah.
And it felt fair.
And it benefited both sides, because I was getting a 4-up off you were getting a 4-up off me, everyone was
I think
happy.
it benefits you more than it benefits me.
I don't know, these guys, my guys are dead. Your guys are still alive.
Yes, but you were surviving the shooting.
Yeah, that's true. You had to chop me
You
up.
weren't before. I did have to chop you with a big sword and then die.
Exactly. Well, I've done everything I can do this game. I have had my 5 turns, and you will have your last turn, and we shall see what you're able to do. The points, they're tantalisingly close,
They're
Chansey.
deliciously close.
They're tantalisingly close.
I want them.
Can you get them? If you get these, you will get 5 victory points in total.
I know.
A mighty 5.
Mighty, mighty fine.
Consider. Oh no! Plus the Baneblade, you'll get 6.
The Baneblade! I forgot the Baneblade!
You'll get 6. So we shall see. And you might get most units left at the end as well because of drop pods and stuff.
Quite possible.
But we shall see what happens at the end of Dark Angel turn 5 and the end of the game. Dark Angels turn number 5, final turn of the whole game, final Dark Angels turn, was actually very simple and very straightforward. You shot the Rhino, blew it up, and then the guys inside were annihilated. Absolutely annihilated.
Handily. It was lovely.
There wasn't much to do over here because they couldn't achieve anything, so you left them there, and you didn't shoot with these guys over here because the only thing they could do is see over here, is see this one tank here, and they can't really see this one. So it would mean that you could kill one of the tanks, but not the other one, essentially. Yeah. And then over here, likewise, you can see like one of the tanks, but you're struggling to see both of them past this bit of terrain with the las cannons. So,
I might have been able to see I might be.
do you reckon?
Maybe. I might have been able to see the other tank. I can see the turret.
Can you see both of these?
Yeah.
Do you have to see the turret or the hull?
I can see the turret, like the whole turret.
I mean, you can shoot over it, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Shall we see what happens?
that's actually quite important, isn't it? So we need to roll that out. Okay. So you've got 5 las cannons. 5 las cannons need to kill both of these. Hit on twos.
Rolling due to Iron Wing.
Okay, here we go. Can it be done? He's dropped one. Okay, 5s to pen. No, side armor.
4s to pen.
4s to pen.
And I re-roll any fails. So
2 so far.
2 go through. How many hull points is that on?
It's got 3 left.
Okay.
One at a time, just for dramatic effect. Stunned. Or shaken, whatever
So
it might be.
hull point off that one.
Hold point off.
Stunned again.
Yep, down to 1.
Boom.
Gone. Now, it could
It's going to hit it.
It could hit it, yeah. So it does glance, which is a pen.
So 1 hull point.
So 1 whole point.
And it's immobilized.
It's immobilized. So it's got 3 left. And then you've got 1 more damage roll left. It's gone, baby! Cover save, though.
Yes.
Cover save, because 2 cover saves on this vehicle. All right.
4 up because
It's
it's a
only-
solid building in the way.
So it's I think, the only one. It's only 1 cover save on this because this one you could
that
see
one
no
you got
problem,
no cover.
and it took 3 wounds through to kill that one.
it's 2 cover saves.
So it's 1 4-up save.
2.
Just 1.
Oh no, wait, 2 there would have been 2. There's only one matters.
Yes, only 1 matters. 50-50.
Explosion. 4 up.
No, I won't get 1 for the explosion.
Yeah, that's the one you're making the save for.
No, I'm making the save because you're shooting across this from the last cannon.
I rolled a 6.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
We're
that's-
on the same page.
Yeah.
It's 1 4-up, and if I fail it,
Kaboom.
I explode.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Ah! Fully explode. Both of these fully explode, don't they?
Yes.
Because that one ended up exploding on the final pop, and that one ended up exploding. Okay.
That's the infantry spot.
I don't know if it was close enough. I've moved it now. It would have been maybe on a 6. It would have mattered.
That's maybe where I was wondering.
Yeah, good point. Okay, now that's actually really important, as we'll see in the final score. So that was a little bit of out-of-sequence shooting that we'd kind of forgotten about.
Because we realised, yeah.
Yeah, because that's actually a big deal. But the big thing that happened in your assault phase, going back to where we were, is no need to apologise, man. That's important. You failed to charge here.
Yes, I did.
It was you rolled a 4, and you needed
3-inch charge. I needed 5.
because of the difficult terrain.
Yep. Which we both realised right after the roll.
Yeah, exactly. So you failed your charge over there, which means you couldn't kill them. You couldn't get the points for that unit. So, in summary, because I know that was a little bit of excitement towards the end. In summary, the Dark Angels in the shooting phase killed the Rhino here and the unit inside, and then we just did that shooting there, and they finished off the Lemur Squadron here. And then in assault, they tried to charge over here, but they failed. So they're just stuck there, licking their bums.
Licking Courseway's bum.
Licking Courseway's bum. All right.
Yes, essential.
Yes, essential, yes. And that is the end of Dark Angel's turn and the end of the game. And so we get to the end of the game. And what a game it has been! Jancy, whatever happens, mate. Good game. Hard fought game on both sides. And a learning game for both sides as well. very much so. You facing the Imperialis Militia and having a bit of a mental breakdown in the process.
So much infantry.
It's so much units that aren't worth any victory points.
God damn, yeah.
And then it was my first time ever playing Heresy and ever playing against Marines. And you do really get a feeling for the Marines being the main characters. Artificer armor there. You're hitting on 2s in various different places. Like, I don't have any special rules. I mean, I'm not paying for any special rules, but I don't have any special rules. So it's kind of interesting. Now, let's have a look over at the field of battle, the survivors of the game. There is littered and wrecks of hulks, of vehicles, and drop pods everywhere. We put a little bit of smoke and fire on the ones that have been destroyed. Literally destroyed Russ, exploded craters there. We've got Rhino that's been destroyed over here, another Russ that's been destroyed here, and then just a line of destroyed drop pods representing the line of defense and offense from both sides respectively. In terms of survivors, a squadron of Lehman Russes battered but still alive on this side, and over on this flank, a bit of armor still holding out. And the Imperialis arm and a little squad of the.
Probably not long for this world.
They're just bugging out. They're meeting the Lord Governor down at the pub. That's the plan.
Go to the Winchester and wait for this all to blow over.
And if we look in terms of the survivors, it really is. There isn't a lot of militia left.
No, I was surprised at how well I chewed through when I did actually.
Look at this, boys. All of this is dead. But the Marines haven't had it all their own way.
No, they haven't.
A tactical squad, the good old tactical squad, still doing its thing. The Dreadnought, which I stoically didn't engage the entire game.
You probably would have killed it then too.
Maybe. And then we had the Inner Circle, who you said never did anything, but they at least lived this game. Although they didn't get the charge, which turned out to be quite important, as we'll see in a moment.
Corswain, damn it, Corswain.
Your anti-tank squad, snapping X and cashing checks throughout the entire game, and a bit of a tactical squad down here, but a shattered remnant of an assault marine. Many destroyed drop pods, and if we look at the casualties, we've got dead tactical marine, dead inducti, dead chainsword boys, dead terminators and the captain leading them as well, and dead plasma throwers. Like many marines have been destroyed. Probably like 60 plus marines have died this game, roughly speaking. 60 of the Emperor's finest lost to gain the alien curios of a suspect governor. Some of the battles of the Heresy were important, some less so.
However, in the grim darkness of the far future of the 41st millennium, we will then learn of this relic that was fought over by the Dark Angels and the Mordian first.
The Mordian first, yeah, absolutely.
As the Mordian glory hole.
Glory was earned, and a hole was formed. Now, in terms of the victory points, in terms of who won, it was actually very close.
It was very close indeed.
So, in terms of destroyed units, I destroyed the Terminators and I destroyed the guy leading them for 2 points. 2 points. And then I got one. Each one of these drop pods essentially represents a unit that I also... Oh, bloody hell. A unit that I took my turret tossing... Russ is over here.
Toss me, turret.
Toss me. These drop pods essentially represent a destroyed unit, because I got the drop pod and I was quite good at picking the units up afterwards as well.
You managed to finally focus fire on the target, you very effectively killed them.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 plus the units is another 4 points, so 6 points in total. Now you were able... Now, realistically, you killed dozens of points worth of stuff, but very little of it was actually worth anything. Yeah. So you got the unit and the Rhino here for 1 point. You got the unit and the Rhino here for 2 points. You got the Governor, who is a separate unit. He's not a discipline master. He is a separate unit, so that's 1 point. And the fact he's my Warlord is another point, so that's 4 points over there. And then you got the Baneblade, which is 1 point, for a total of 5 points. Basically, each transport worth 1, Governor worth 2, Baneblade worth 1 for 5. So it looked like a victory for the Imperialis Militia. It had never been done.
In Mordian's first ever game of Heresy, no less.
But there was...
the las cannon shot.
The las cannon. So this is why these were really important at the end of the game, because the there is one more thing, which is last man standing.
Yes.
Whoever has the most units left over at the end gains a victory point. Now, up until little peek behind the curtain, we had actually counted up the units, and it was 6 each. And so it would have been no one got last man standing, and the guard could have squeaked ahead by a point. Or the militia could have squeaked ahead by a point. But we did see it. We did think that they couldn't see over here, but actually looking back on it was very clear they could actually see across and see both. Because I think we were both in 40k mode. We were like infinitely tall, right? No, not infinitely tall. Can be seen straight over, no problem whatsoever.
Oh wait, there's a tank there.
Yeah, so there's a tank there. So you just shot straight over, wiping this unit out, meaning that I only had 5 left, you had 6, which meant you got last man standing, getting you the 6th point, making it a draw. Very, very well. Hey, I'm taking a draw with Militia. I think that puts me in a Hall of Fame in Militia players.
Occupancy 1.
Occupancy 1. Truthfully though, the whole third line thing, you think that it's a debuff. Oh, I get penetrated hit all the time. Honestly, I would happily take that because it meant that my vehicles were worth no points. None of my vehicles were worth points, and it ended up being, I took the Grenadiers thinking they would be some good quality. Realistically, they didn't actually do all that much for me. And if I was to do this again, I definitely would leave those at home. I'd go for the levy one that lets you regrow them. And then just be like, oh, you wiped them out, no victory points, to the 50. Oh, you wiped them out, no victory points, to the 50.
Think you should traumatise me again. Maybe Simon.
That was only 140 infantry.
I know.
You know, when we were organising this to get it back and forth, I did send you like a theory. I couldn't physically make it, but I sent you a theorycraft list, which was 12 Lehman Russes and 280 infantry.
I might have not won. I would have probably not won that.
It's very eye-opening seeing how, and obviously certain units aren't worth anything in objective games, so that would be very different, of course. But in a Blood Feud game, being essentially worthless turns out to be quite good. But there's all sorts of ways you can do it. You've got one that makes your militia squads not count as support units anymore.
Yes.
So what I would probably do is I wouldn't go for the regrowing one, because I think that's just too much to handle.
Too much admin as well.
Yeah.
You might do it in
The game really sped up when the blobs died.
Yes. Yeah, they fucking did. Yeah, fucking did.
But what I think I would do, in all honesty, is take Industrial Stronghold, that was great, and then go for the Providence that lets me count levies as line units, as not support units.
Yeah.
And I think that would be huge, because I think that would mean I could happily go on objectives and do
You would
everything I
probably
need.
control the board just by the sheer amounts of body.
Yeah. I have to look into it. I might not have fully understood the rules, but there's something there, potentially. But Chansey, give us 30 seconds, because we're gonna do a podcast style thing after this. So some in the future. In the future.
Maybe not tonight.
Not tonight. No, bro. Fuck it, no. Not tonight.
After 8 hours of long battle.
In a week or so, something like that. But we might be doing a collab, but so where we can get into the nitty gritty. But Chansey, give us your 30 seconds to a minute hot take on how did it feel running all the drop pods, and how did it feel facing off against the militia?
So all drop pods is always great fun. I've run it a couple of times now, and it's literally just getting in the opponent's face and just keeping continuous pressure. Against the Imperialis militia, that doesn't quite work so well. When you arrive and all you see in front of you is a sea of body and tank. Yeah, sure.
You cleared through it though.
After 5 turns. But sure, the sea of body is crap. The sea of tank is crap. But there's just so goddamn much of it.
Yeah. It was very interesting. I am curious to. I would be very curious to do this again, but maybe, like I said, slightly more optimized. The Alien Curio thing was hilarious. It actually cost me the game.
did, yeah.
It cost me the game because of this thing. Number one thing that I'm going to take away from this that is not to do with the factions, but to do with the core rules of Heresy is charging after Deep Strike is a thing.
Yes.
And that's a big deal. That's a very, very big deal.
High risk, high reward.
Yeah. It's not as I kept sort of teasing you throughout the game. Well, in 7th edition it worked this way. It's not 7th edition.
No, it's not.
I actually think you do the game a disservice. Not you personally. One does the game a disservice referring to this as 7th edition.
I agree.
It's not. It's vastly... As someone who played a lot of 6th and a lot of 7th, this is vastly improved. I was losing stuff left, right and centre. I didn't think I had much of a chance, but the fact that the whole time the rules were just flavourful, were just immersive, and were just fun. It was just fun. I really like the changes that make it distinct. I really like... I keep saying I like the Artificer Armour thing. I think it's a cool little trick. And I really like that Marines felt like Marines, but it felt like as someone who wasn't in the Marines, I had a chance against you.
Yes.
Like I felt like I could, like not 2 wounds. Yeah. Yeah, that was...
Oh, by the way,
Power Armour felt like Power Armour. Yeah. Power Armour felt like Power Armour. It didn't feel oppressive, which it sometimes can do in 40k when you've got stacking, you've got cover saves and Armour of Contempt. No, a Marine's got a 3-up. One guy's got a 2-up.
Fails it, he dies.
Once you get through that 2-up, the Marine squad becomes easily killable, but the 2-up's the way that you keep them around. And that was cool. It made sense in the context of what we were playing.
8 minutes left, guys.
But I think we will wrap it up there. Let us know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Chansey, thank you so much for coming down, man.
No worries.
Thank you. Thank you for putting up with the Militia bullshit. At one point, you definitely were like, oh.
What the heck did I sign up to?
Oh my days. But let us know what you think about seeing the drop pods, the terrain, the rules, everything. Let us know what you thought about this game and what you'd like to see next. I do have Death Guard, and I can always, maybe you've got a bit of Guard, you could run a bit of Militia.
I could maybe run Militia, I could maybe run some tank solo auxiliary.
Exactly.
It's almost like I have a bunch of Heresy tanks.
Yeah. So let us know what you thought. Let us know what you want to see next, and just give us as much feedback as possible. Obviously, we probably got a lot of rules wrong, but let us know, and we will learn for next time. And if you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to go ahead and smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. All that stuff really helps with the channel. And one last thing to say, massive shout out to all the channel members and the Patreons who make... Done it again. Who make me fling my turrets across the room.
Toss it.
To all the channel members, Patreons and Twitch subs, which make it possible for me to do this. A, full time, but B, to have the time to explore other games that aren't 40k. When you do this kind of stuff part time, it very much feels like you can only got the time to focus on one thing. With the freedom of being able to do it full time, it means I can explore new game systems and bring that kind of content to you guys so you can enjoy it. So that's only possible thanks to the support. So a massive, massive shout out to them. But I think I've waffled on enough today. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And of course, as always, we'll see you guys next time.